Naoya is post.
No.
Oh, we're live?
You said to go. What do you mean? Oh, we're live.
We're live. Ready, set, go. We're live.
Don't forget, Naoya's post. What do you mean? What does that even
in
mean?
case you all forgot. Naoya's post. Well, that's just the first. I was open up this so I could
What do you mean?
check this at
We're
the same
live.
time. We're live. And the first thing I see is Naoya saying, "I'm post."
Hi, Space.
But I would remind you.
Well, of course, because it's a speedrun reaction speedrun of Jujutsu Kaisen Culling Games arc. What kind of speedrun would we be if we didn't get straight? Yeah, it was speedrun. Let's start the chapters. So let's start the timer. Timer started. All right.
Exactly. If
Naoya
chapter
wasn't
post, it wouldn't be a speedrun.
Exactly. And because it's 153, we finished last time all the non-colored versions must be. So now we're back to colored.
Sunburn Yuji's got. Hold on. Scroll up for a second. Scroll up.
Okay, so much
how sunburnt Yuji is. Oh my
immediately,
God.
so much for the speedrun, but
yeah, but I had to point that out.
Okay,
Yuji needs to put some sunscreen on me.
Okay, so is Tengen red?
I mean, I don't know. We've never seen him in the anime.
Is it? Yeah, well, obviously, but is it not on a cover or something over the next 100 chapters?
Maybe he is. I don't know. I haven't noticed. That's
funny. It is. Yeah,
but I feel like Tengen just looks like he'd be white. I don't know.
I feel like he wouldn't be in a blue poncho for sure. That's I'm feeling that's pretty out there.
I figure it would have been white. I could see his outfit being white too. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking he didn't have an outfit. Like he's a celestial being.
No, he clearly has clothes on here.
I mean, here, yeah, but
no, but like in the even in the viz, it looks like there's clearly clothes.
But he makes his appearance. It reflects it off the barrier or whatever. Like he makes a shield projection.
When you want him to be like naked, but you expect he's just gonna go, "Hey, make him be."
He doesn't have a body to be naked with.
He made his form. Remember, he has self-control.
So he could just be his head. Like, he could just not have a body in the first place.
That might be too scary for everyone.
Yeah, too scary for these sorcerers who kill curses.
Floating head. I mean, that would be pretty cool if he was a floating head. But...
Do you know if his eyes are yellow?
Anyway.
Is that a thing?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, anyways, moving on. So, Hikari! Kamui, it's Hikari! Is currently making money as a bookie for an underground fight club at an abandoned multi-story parking garage in Tochigi Prefecture. So he's a bookie. And bookie has book in the name. I hate Hikari now. I'm so disinterested. I just don't care anymore.
You can book a flight, for example. That doesn't mean you're reading planes.
Okay, and Kamui, and how often do I fly? Exactly.
Okay, you can book an appointment. Have you ever had a haircut? Yeah, it's only been a week.
No. I just walked in, okay? There you go.
Okay, well, you can book appointments. So he books the fights. Basically, he schedules them. Like, if that, he's the leader of the fight club, okay?
Well, yeah, but they don't call him a schedulee. They call him a bookie. You see my problem with this.
Let me see what the viz says.
I don't think it's a mistranslation.
No, the viz says bookie.
You see, when I see that, what I think is boogie. Hikari is the boogeyman to me now. Which is gross.
Boogie woogie?
Exactly. I hate it. I told you.
I can't believe you don't like... I can't believe you don't even at least just like the curse technique. Never mind the name. Like, it's just cool watching Todo use
It's just a stupid version of Flying Raijin. Be mad.
It's just stupid. Okay. It's okay. Sasuke's Ameno Tejikara is the stupid version of Flying Right.
Nah, his is
the
cool.
same
He
thing,
like inverts
except
color, makes it
Todo's
all
is
black and
actually
white.
more hacks than Sasuke's.
Todo's a
because he
fat
can
dude.
spam it
Like
crazy.
he's a big bear, bulky build. What do I care about old teddy
not
bear
fat, bro. The
Tojo?
dude is shredded. What are you talking about? Todo is shredded ass.
Yeah, he's fat with muscles.
That's not how that works, bro. Todo's probably got less body fat than you.
Hey, tell it to the Raikage. If the Raikage had the flying Raijin, you'd have a problem with it.
Wait, why would I have a problem? I mean, I'd be confused on why they gave him it.
Exactly. So you'd have a problem with
like,
it.
whole...
So I don't want to hear it. So
well,
all right, we can move on. So underground fight club, hand-to-hand combat between sorcerers.
No,
so
I wouldn't expect
the
to have the lightning armor and flying.
They are mostly non-sorcerers.
Wait, did you even read the top left panel?
I was literally saying it at the same time as you were interrupting me.
Bro, Choso's giving him like the look over there.
Crazy. Doesn't that clearly violate Article 8? And the judicial regulations regarding secrecy? It's a freaking nerd. Get Megami out of the story. Replace him with Ghetto. That's my rewrite. I don't care what you say. There must also be cursed users among the fighters, so be careful.
You can't combine the two. If you want to have Megami die and Gato come into the story, whatever. But you can't just merge the two.
Bro, all I'm saying, if this was Ghetto right now, he wouldn't be talking about Article 8 of the Jujutsu Regulations.
Bro, Gato wouldn't be there. Gato would be like...
Exactly, he'd be doing something cool. Like, he'd be killing Tengen or something. He'd be removing the nonsense from the story. We both agree Tengen's nonsense.
I am the master of barriers. KENJAKU will break my barrier. Gotta love Tengen. Anyway.
Why are we changing? I thought that said colors, and I saw this. I was like, yeah, why are you? What's happening? It's so weird.
Whoa.
It's like the blending of the colors is just so weird. I don't know. It's like so soft shaded or something. Like it's watercolor for no reason. I don't understand. Anyway,
it almost just looks like a different manga because of it.
Kamui, my boogeyman, Hikari's back. He clashed with the authorities and got suspended from school because he's the delinquent. They said that last time. And now he's currently engaged in illegal jujutsu activity, such as reading. Ugh. So if he realizes we're from Jujutsu High, he must bolt. He might bolt.
Yeah, jujutsu sorcerers are not allowed to read. He's reading illegal books.
It's like we're the cops and he's the robber. Huh? I love that game. So we're on Jujutsu High side. Wow. I mean, yeah. Who want? That's like Naruto being like, wait, we're on Konoha's side? Like, what do you mean you're on Jujutsu High side? Question mark. It's a gray area. But to Hikari, we might as well be. Do you think he'll cooperate? What do you mean that's a gray area? Is Megami unsure of which side they're on?
Yeah, so what they mean... Okay, so I think it's hilarious that you said it, but I should explain it to you. So basically...
They're undercover.
The Jujutsu High...
Okay, never mind.
...doesn't like the whole fight club shit and everything with... They basically don't like Hikari.
Yeah.
Obviously, Yuji, Megami, and them, they're trying to get Hikari to help them out. So they're not pro-ban Hikari over here. That's why you're seeing their gray area. Because, well, of course they're on Jujutsu High side, but they also want to be on Hikari's side here.
Yeah.
So that's why it's a gray area. But
so, I know...
It's funny that he asked. So are Jujutsu High side? Question mark.
So I know, but just as a reminder... So they're specifically getting Hikari for just
Culling games.
Yeah, but what's he gonna do? And like, what are they expecting him to do in the Culling game? Like, why don't they just do it themselves? Like, they didn't go get him for Shibuya or anything else.
Well, to be fair, in Shibuya they had Gojo.
Oh my gosh.
They don't right now, so they kind of need as many strong people as possible. They also just lost Yuki and Chozo to guard Tengen, so you know they kind of need some strong people.
Hour and 16 minutes in.
Have we even gone past like the second page?
I don't think so. No. We're here. Let's see, how far in are we? We are, yeah, about second page. Here, real quick, let's catch up on chat. Just
I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna eat.
Yeah. How long is it sound? Okay, this is just their conversation. Is there anything else they say that isn't Freyrin related? I do want to watch it though, especially considering Sauron recommended it to me. So, intense Brazilian music. In the 4 minutes and 11 seconds that Hikari hit a jackpot, he is invincible. I'm gonna guess that's a spoiler, but I don't know what that means, so it's not really a spoiler to me. If you are not sure who's going to win a fight, always bet on Hikari. I think that's a meme.
I told you that meme.
Yeah. Sounds great. I think you'd really like it. I like it so much after this. Okay, this is Freyrin. You think it's Hanami? Hanami is stated more durable than all the nature curses. That doesn't mean anything to me. If anything, that means Hanami has more hacks than Mahito does. So everyone that couldn't kill Mahito couldn't kill Hanami, then more.
But here's the problem. Hanami is the most durable, but Mahito's thing isn't durability. It's that it just doesn't affect him. So, if you hypothetically, you could punch him or chop off his arm or whatever easier than Hanami, but in Mahito's case, it just doesn't matter because he just changes the shape of his soul, so he doesn't need to regenerate, and lose curse energy, and shit. Like it's better in his case, so you can't actually beat him doing that.
Bro, just adapt like Maharaga and use your cursed energy to punch a soul. Like, it's not that hard. Like, anyone can do it.
No, actually, it's made a big deal in current manga events that these soul things are not easy to do.
Yeah, you can't do it unless you try. Like, I think Nanami, if he wanted to do it, he could learn to do it.
Man, Sukuna. The only reason Sukuna has any ability to do this is because he lived in Yuji Itadori's soul. That's what they're saying, not because Sukuna's skilled enough to do it. And it's Sukuna, okay?
Also, he has to change the shape of his soul to dodge it or whatever, so just punch him fast so he doesn't have time to do it, or from an off-guard feat or whatever.
No, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
It matters. Again, looking at the Mechamaru fight, it would have mattered.
No.
Yes.
No, it wouldn't. Mechamaru's Ultra Cannon wouldn't have done anything to him.
Again, if Mahito wanted to let Mechamaru kill him for whatever reason, he just easily could. Easily.
That's a really interesting question. If he wants to be killed, does that do anything? But the problem is Mechamaru had a soul attacking weapon with him. He had like 4 of them in stock or whatever the number was, which Mahito wouldn't know in advance, so you'd have to know that after the fact.
Exactly.
But that's a stupid point to bring up because Mechamaru brought a soul attacking weapon with him,
which any of them could have done. It's that easy.
No, he I don't remember what it said for how he got access to that, but clearly not anyone could, given that no one else did. Must not be that easy.
Nobara did. It's that easy.
Nobara's technique just does that anyway.
Oh yeah, the 2 hard counters to Mahito in the whole world. Wow, fortunate for them. So lucky. It's coincidence they're the only people who can kill him.
That's not to say that old grandpa Joseph, down the street doesn't have a soul attacking attack, but it's just not the most common thing.
Yeah, it's just a mismatch for 20 Finger Sukuna. He just can't do anything against Mahito. What can I say?
Well, no, Sukuna has a somewhat of an understanding of the soul by being in Yuji's body, so
here's the thing, even if you can't destroy his soul or whatever, you can still hurt him to the point that he doesn't want to fight anymore. He was a bunny rabbit running away from Itadori at the end because Itadori was just punching him. They can still hurt him.
Yuji was hitting his soul.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
Oodie was
If you're
antagonist,
so much stronger than him, you can just make him give up without being able to kill him.
That's fine. That's fine, but Jogo is not that guy.
He is that guy. Like Jogo puts him in the domain. Mahito can't get out because he's too weak, and he just burns him to a crisp over and over until his soul's just like, no, please, I give up.
Mahito can counter it with domain expansion and initiate a domain tug of war.
And then Jogo's just gonna win the tug of war. He's just that guy.
No, he's not. You can't prove that.
You can't prove it either.
In fact, Mahito has a better speed domain activation feats over Jogo, so he could probably just activate it first, hit Jogo.
Bro, he's not
with idle transfiguration.
reacting to Jogo activating his domain. Okay, it doesn't matter how fast it is because they're all instantaneous anyways.
Did Jogo do that against Sukuna? No.
Bro, because he knew if he did that, Sukuna would just be burned to a crisp, just passively.
No.
Like, he wouldn't even have to do anything. Just the moment Sukuna enters, it's just burned, just turned to ash.
Bro, no. Take the L and let's keep reading.
Yeah. Why did we pause again? Hikari? I don't know.
You were reading comments.
So... So we gotta stop doing that.
What, reading comments?
Yeah. It ruins us. Okay. So we're on Jujutsu High Slide, blah blah blah. All the senpais, all the senpai say he's a good for nothing. Usually there's a word after good for nothing, and I don't think senpai is the plural of senpai. Like what does that apply to? Like deer? Is deer the plural of deer? I forget. What's the other one? I don't think senpai is accounting in this.
I think so, because you would say all the sensei.
I'd say all the senseis.
Bro. And you say you're a Japanese expert.
No, you are not going around saying all the sensei said to do this when you're talking about your math and science sensei. You'd say all the senseis. It's the same as teacher.
Call the math and science sensei.
Exactly. You call them your math and science senseis. I'm glad we agree.
No. I don't refer to them like that at all.
Sensei's literally just the word for teacher. And so you wouldn't say your math and science... Well, I guess you would say your math and science teacher.
The problem is that, it's...
But you'd refer to teachers as multiple teachers.
Plurality. Look it up. Look it up. What is the plural of sensei?
Sure. Google's not going to know, but...
Why would Google not know?
Google doesn't know freaking anything.
Sensei or senseis. Okay, so either one.
So in other words, I'm right.
So am I.
Senpai.
Now look up senpai. What is the plural of senpai? Look it up. What is the plural of senpai?
Can't imagine it's anything different. Oh, it's both, but mine comes first.
Mine came first last time.
I knew you were gonna say that. That's why I said that. Well, Kotsu senpai says Hikari's stronger than him. Yeah, that's cap, I think. Anyways, that's what you said. Bro, these colors, I'm just getting thrown off. Like, these are such weird colors. We need his strength. Get lost.
Oh, the guy on the left. Oh my god, this looks so goofy with the coloring. Like, it looks like a different. I'm trying to think of the cartoon I'm thinking of, but it looks like a different show.
It looks like the Hunter x Hunter guy, kind of.
No, well, I mean, I see what you're saying, but I'm trying to think of like the art style. No, well, I was thinking of the other guy, but...
kind of like Knob, not really, kind of.
I was thinking of the guy who trains them really early on, like in the Heavens Arena, but...
Oh.
Wang.
Yeah, the guy with the kid.
Wang, that's the thing.
Wang, yeah. What's the kid's name? Like Zoopy? It starts with a Z, I think. Z-U.
Starts with a Z or a U, I don't remember.
Yeah. Zupa. Yes. Get lost, brat. This isn't some place to hang out. I'm a count to 3, and when I'm done, you better be out of my sight, or I'ma beat the crap out of you. Bro, this is so weird. It's like they removed the lines.
Pink.
Yeah.
I know. What's happening here?
But they sometimes have it, sometimes don't. Like, the outside of the shirt doesn't have it, but the inside does.
I don't know what's up with the coloring.
They're even... What is happening here with the... What is happening? We need some money! Let us participate in the gambling match here. Goes in for the punch, and I'm gonna guess it does nothing. Rule 1 is no one says anything about the club. Oh, it's Fight Club. So tell me who told you, then I'll beat the snot out of you. Didn't get his name before I killed him. Lying. It was about a month ago. Remember that scumbag who was full of it? Bro, the different coloring grading of this green text makes the bottom of this kind of difficult to read.
I know.
Kondo disappeared a month ago. That's... Did they know, or is it just coincidence? They're like, oh yeah, someone just so happened.
I think it's coincidence. I'm pretty sure. I think it says after that he just like bullshitted and got lucky.
That is funny, yeah. Let me take his place. No, we can't confirm it, but you don't mind? Or shall I lay you flat in front of the bookie? God. Not the bookie.
The bookie is your favorite word.
The boogeyman. Oh, I get it. If we simply asked to meet Hikari, would be on his guard. And we're not supposed to know his name. I should keep quiet. I was thinking that. I was about to say that's stupid.
Yeah, he's also saying lip sealed out loud. Bro, this coloring, man.
That's enough. Boss said it's okay. We'll throw him in as today's seeded fighter. Bro, I'm sorry. Who's going out of their way to color this panel? Who looked at this panel and was like, yeah, I'm gonna spend 6 hours coloring this one.
Those pipes really needed some color, man.
I got the really inspiring pipes here. But he's the one who has to fight. Yeah, this coloring is weird. It almost makes the art style look different because the coloring is just that different.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It just looks so different. Like, I'm looking at the manga at the same time, and it just makes the art style... Like, for example, the coloring with Yuji's nose makes it look like he has a giant nose. The actual manga doesn't have, like, the nose. It has, like, the little dots for the nose. Kind of like how Gege does them. Yeah. But, like, the shading makes it look like Yuji has this really large nose. And, like, the eye... It just makes it look so different.
That's so funny. Good. Itadori is better suited for that. Does this confirm Itadori is above Megumi? No, it has to be me.
No, it's because, I mean, in my opinion, well, okay, I'm gonna answer both ways, but no, because it's more so about their roles in this mission. Megumi would be much better for gathering intel behind the scenes, but Iuchi's perfect for this type of, basically like a Heaven's Arena fight, would be a flashy fight type of thing. It's just better for this mission. But
yeah, I agree.
That being said, I do think at the end of Shibuya, Yuji is ahead of Megumi by a little bit, but Megumi catches up early in the Culling games, in my opinion.
We'll find out.
I mean, because Megumi didn't have, like, obviously if Megumi uses Maharaga, he wins. But like, Megumi didn't have like a big battle to push him in Shibuya. He kind of, I mean, yeah, he fought Toji, but he was always getting beaten too hard to really grow. Like,
so I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and say they're showing this at the end of the scene instead of beginning of the scene for a reason. Because there's no point at any point above here where this is relevant. So either it has to be something coming up in the future. Like, it's going to be the chapter 200 plot twist that this is relevant. There's no way they would do something that mind-bogglingly stupid to include that here at the end. So they got to be doing something with it. That's all I'm going to say. Ushiguro. Yeah. All that bluffing was risky. Not really. If cursed users are fighting, then there must be turnover. Besides, yeah, he's around. If he was watching us through the security cameras, then it's likely that he's here. Okay, so it was relevant for the next scene. Good. That's weird that he's the one mentioning it instead of Megami, who is the one in shot noticing it. But okay.
Yeah.
Although he could be located far away. You'll join the fights and get a look from inside. So this is not just colored differently. This is blurred. I almost want to say intentionally, but that doesn't make any sense at all.
Let me look at it in the viz real quick.
It also, they added auras to them for no reason.
Yeah, like, it is blurred.
Maybe.
And the aura is added. And it's shadowed on Megami.
Bro, I'm sorry. There's no way you
That's
think
weird.
Itadori from the end of Season 2 defeats Jogo. There's just no way. It's not. There's no way.
Yuji on his own can't beat Mahito either.
I don't think
Even with the hacks.
Itadori plus Todo, they just get burned to a crisp in the same way Naobito and Maki and the other dude did.
No, bro. Like, Todo, you underestimate Todo, first of all. But second of all, you need to factor in the, like I said, Mahito, because of his trolling, basically gets himself damaged by Nobara pretty heavily. And then he still beats Yuji anyway. And then
well, that was his
Todo
double. That
shows
wasn't
up,
him.
And then he
That was his
fights him.
double.
Yeah, because he was trolling.
Yeah,
and
it was his double, not him.
It went. No, it went to the damage affected him.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, because they were quantum entangled. Yeah.
I'll let you have that one for this one because it's the only time it actually kind of sounds right. It's not caught the part. No, but I'll let you have it. Anyway, yeah, he got. I forgot the percentages, but he said the percentages, but it was very heavily damaged by that actually.
Yeah.
Because of the soul attack. And then Todo shows up, and Ryuji finally comes back in. And he fights some 2v1 for, like, freaking forever. And then he eventually gets Todo out of the fight, and then he powers up, and he's going back and forth with Yuji. And he was actually going to win until Todo tricked him. I love the scene, but, like, Todo tricked him, and then Yuji won. But anyway... That is not a 1v1. It's
so then
really
that's
a
fine.
3v1 technically, but
you can call it
2v2. But
okay, then you can call it a mismatch. Jogo in that same 3v1 still comes out victorious.
In that case, I think he could, yeah. But like I said, it is a mismatch. But the problem that I want to stress here is that Mahito was in a bad mismatch against his favor, and that just apply to the Jogo situation here. So I just want to make that clear.
Clear.
Yeah, I'll make that clear.
Okay.
But I don't think it would be easy.
So here's the thing that I'm getting at with this.
I think Jogo could win that.
You don't count rock, paper, scissors, mismatch, whatever's into a tier list. If we were tier listing these characters, you would put Jogo above.
Mahito would go higher than Yuji, Todo, and Nobara. Yeah, absolutely. He would go higher.
Yeah, he would. And then Jogo would go above that.
No. Bro, they're in the same tier. Like,
okay, I'm fine with them being in the same tier. Okay? They're relative. I'll even go that far. I can't go that far.
Yeah, but Mahito...
They're they can be in the same tier.
Bare minimum here, Mahito with his instant spirit body of distorted killing form. Like, I'll make this compromise for you. The regular Mahito, then Jogo, and then instant spirit body Mahito. I'll make that compromise for you.
Okay. So what makes you think Todo
because
got
also you also need to
stronger?
factor in that Mahito's actually probably too durable for Jogo anyway, because it was even harder than Hanami. I think, or at least it was harder than I think they said harder than Hanami, to be honest.
Well, I don't think hardness has to do with anything in terms of heat, because like steel melts heat fairly easily, actually. And that's like the hardest thing.
He wasn't made of steel.
No, you know what I'm saying. It's an analogy. And in fact, I will say this: hardness doesn't. It's not like it is in anime. If you built a building out of diamonds, it would break easier than a building made out of steel. Like, that's just the way.
Hey, but
like tenacity or whatever, hitting force, striking force, I think works. Like, you can break a diamond with a hammer actually very easily. Yeah.
I'm not claiming that diamonds are actually hard or anything. I'm just saying that Mahito is too durable.
I don't think the durability does anything though.
I don't think. I think, no offense, you're trying to think too real lifey in the sense that it's literal fire. It's a curse technique. Curse techniques, like if the fact that it's a curse technique makes it a curse technique, and so curse technique rules apply. Like, because it's fire doesn't bypass everything in the world.
I understand that, but you're going too little with it. You're taking the fire out of it entirely and saying it's just curse energy.
I'm not saying that it isn't fire so that it won't burn skin and shit. But what I'm just saying is, Mahito isn't even made of steel.
that's not the point.
That's irrelevant. He's not made of wood either. He's just hard.
Yeah, he wishes he was made out of steel. Man, you thought you could break you thought you could break a diamond with a hammer easily. Oh, don't bother even hitting Mahito with a hammer. He'll just crumble to ash easier than he'd be burned to ash.
Bro, no.
I don't think Todo got much stronger between season 1 and Shibuya.
I think realistically for me, I think Todo just wasn't actually being fully serious with the Hanami fight. That's not to say he wasn't trying at all, but he was very focused on coaching Yuji. And then with the Mahito fight, it was more just like, my brother, we are going to go all out together. Like, I
kind of disagree, especially towards the end. Like, as the fight goes on, I don't know. Like, even at the beginning, Todo knew the threat level. Like, he knew how strong Hanami was and that they likely weren't going to win that fight. Like, Itadori hadn't done a Black Flash yet. So assuming Itadori couldn't have done a Black Flash from Todo's perspective.
Bro, Todo was literally like, he saw Hanami's like, I'm not stepping in if you don't perform a Black Flash. I'll let you die if you don't do it. Okay, that's what Todo was doing.
Well, plus, even if
Bro was not worried.
Even if Todo's training Yuji here or whatever, it's kind of similar to like Itachi and the War Arc, where he's training Naruto, but he needs to end the fight as fast as possible because this isn't the only thing going on. Like, the rest of the schoolyard,
I know what you're
inside and outside
there, but it's a little bit different though, because like I'm gonna say Todo was more focused on like coaching versus just straight up fighting. I think Todo, I'm not saying that it was like he was trying 40% or some shit, but I'm just saying that I think he's either slightly stronger or he's just trying a little bit harder, like actually all out.
Okay, so take out.
I mean, Mahito made him do more stuff, but like he did different stuff, like with Mahito, that he didn't do with Hanami. So he either learned that, or that was just his actual full strength there.
If you take out the shonen positive anime logic and the production value with the inspiring music, assuming Gojo doesn't step in, do you think Todo and Itadori win that fight or lose it? If no one steps in.
I mean, part of it depends on what Hanami's domain is and how fast it activates, because Todo has simple domain to counter, but Mahito was too fast. But I don't know that Hanami is too fast for any reason, because they were making a big deal about the speed of Mahito's activation there.
It's been a while since I've seen this.
Todo immediately activated his simple domain, but Mahito was too quick. That's how they
Can you remind me what Hanami's objective in this fight was? Like, was he trying to kill both of them or one of them, or steal Sukuna's vessel?
basically just stalling for
Okay.
Mahito to steal stuff behind the scenes.
Okay.
They weren't actually, and then obviously there's a little bit of a whole Hanami enjoying the fight thing because Mahito told her, hey, you should start enjoying your fights. But yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's basically just stall until Gojo showed up.
Well, the obvious scaling was Itadori and Todo were like rivals in that arc. Obviously, Todo I think was stronger, at least at the beginning. But they were still like on the same tier. But then both of them were above the rest of the kids, but not too much so. Like the other school was like slightly above Jujutsu High, and in sort of the same way the Sand was above the Leaf generally. But like obviously they're still on the same relative tier of power. But then like Gaara and like Sasuke were in that tier of their own, but they're still like the Chunins. They're not like not Jonin level or anything. So
well, no, but it's a little bit different though for these because Todo would be like a Jonin level because he was like grade 1, and then they had for Kyoto there's Todo grade 1, Kamo and Mekamaru were semi grade 1. The other ones were ass. We don't even need to talk about them. And then for Tokyo, Megami was grade 2, was recommended for grade 1 later on in the season 1. Nobara, don't worry about her for now. Toge was semi grade 1. Maki was grade 4, but really, recommend for grade 1.
That's the thing with like Maki Megami, though. That makes me think that it's similar to One Punch Man. You can't take their grades and use that as definitive proof for their power level. Like, just because Todo is stated grade 1, that doesn't mean he is. Like, I already know you already know that, because what you were saying with the special grades earlier.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but it's really more like the other way around. It's just because they're grade 2 doesn't mean they aren't stronger, but people don't get promoted to grade 1 when they're not actually worthy of it. Like, because even after you get recommended, and then you have to do a mission by yourself, and then you get semi-grade 1, and then you have to do some missions with other grade 1s, and then they approve of your... Like, you have to go through a process just to freaking officially be grade 1. Like, Toto's already there.
So let me put it this way. Todo, if he fought all the other kids from the school or whatever, he wins 10 out of 10 times. There's no arguing. Like, it's not like he wins 5 out of 10 times or 9 out of 10 times. No, he wins 10 out of 10 times.
That's what the other kids thought. They thought he could beat them all. Like, he wanted to fight them all at the same time.
But he can't no-diff them. That's the thing. So it's kind of like Killer Bee versus Taka, to where he's just playing around the fight. Like, he's writing in his book. He's one-shotting Sasuke half the time. But even once he gets serious, he doesn't just end the fight. In fact, he technically loses a fight by fleeing the fight. So I'm not counting that, obviously, but the point here...
I know what you're getting. Yeah,
it's
Toto
not...
wouldn't no-diff everyone.
But... Yeah, it's a fight for him, rather than something that was like an inconvenience, like Jogo versus Maki Naobito in the third person, I forget. And maybe fourth.
Nanami? Wait, hold on.
Who else was there?
You forgot Nanami. That's how weak he is in your head. But yeah, I mean, like, well, I mean, but also, I mean, you're talking like having him fight 8 people at the same time. To be fair, but
I mean more like 1v1, but just in general, he would defeat all of them.
Oh no, if he's 1v1ing them, I mean, if he was going all out, yeah, he could body all of them. Like, he's not going all out against Yuji when they're training. He's not even using his technique.
Because that's the thing with Dagon. He was in his domain and actively like trying to go all out. Jogo not only wasn't in his domain, but he wasn't going all out. And he's able to...
Yeah, but you can't...
And like, Dagon was more relative to them. Jogo was able to just easily defeat them. That's like 3 different
Jogo
tiers.
is on another level than Dagon. I don't disagree there, but you do need to factor in the fact that they were all heavily injured, tired from the fight with Dagon, and then off guard for Jogo. You can't just use that as like a scaling thing there, because the reason why half of Nanami's face was bitten off is because of Dagon.
Okay.
Like, the
reason they were injured,
missing his arm and not as fast as he was before is because of Dagon. Like, And they were tired too.
They were injured.
Like, you know.
Some of them were tired. I don't think Maki was tired. And they were definitely not off guard. If anything, Naobito specifically is like, this one's even more dangerous. Be on guard. Be even more on guard.
Naobito, Naobito was the only one who dodged it. Actually, I was trying to wait, hold on. Dagon, okay, I was trying to remember the Jogo thing. I don't think
the other saw Jogo and knew
but when they said this was on another level, he may have just blitzed all three of them. I was trying to think of the order, but maybe they weren't off guard, but they were injured and tired.
And keep in mind, after he blitzes the first one, if you argue the first one's off guard, the other two are now on guard.
I'll say this much: either way, Jogo would just body Maki and Nanami anyway.
Yeah,
like it would go mostly the same way. The difference would be with Naobito. If Naobito hadn't fought Dagon, he because the narrator made it clear, like the whole losing the arm made him slower thing. Like he would just be faster than Jogo. Jogo would win because it's domain and shit, but the Naobito would be just faster.
Bro,
so he wouldn't.
He moves 24 frames per second. Like Jogo transcends animation. Like what do you want me to say? like Jogo is 4K 60 FPS. It's bad. Like Jogo must have like a graphics card or something, because like he's getting like 300 frames playing Call of Duty or something.
Anyway, let's get back to the chapter. We're still on the freaking like third page.
I know. I just couldn't get that off my mind. Meanwhile, I was thinking in the parking garage, maybe. I think they want to see what I'm up to. If they catch me trying to sneak in, there's no chance of getting them to trust you, and we won't get to meet Hikari. So here's my question. I was thinking of this earlier. Why can't they just go to Hikari?
Because they're from Jujutsu High, and Hikari would understandably think that, and remember, Hikari's doing technically illegal stuff, and Jujutsu High is already like on his ass, so Hikari would reasonably think that Jujutsu High sent them after him to like, put him in jail or some shit.
But they're undercover. Like, you can't tell just by their physical appearance.
I mean, no, but he could get suspicious.
Tengen allowed Yuki through even when he was suspicious.
I don't even know why he was suspicious, bro. It doesn't make sense that he would, like, question her.
Oh, no, it makes sense why he's suspicious. It doesn't make sense why he let her through.
No, it doesn't really make sense why he was suspicious, to be honest, because it's like, you just saw them, like, arguing. You saw Yuki show up to stop KENJAKU and their debates and how she's with Yuji and everyone who's against KENJAKU. Like, I don't know, bro.
Bro, I know you're going to disagree with me because we've had this argument. Yuki made KENJAKU, okay? Yuki made Geto. I don't want to freaking hear it.
No, she didn't.
Like, Orochimaru made a Sasuke.
Make Geto. It's not at all the same, bro. Yuki wasn't trying to manipulate Geto.
I call cap. Yeah, she tried to go find Gojo, of course. That's what she was doing.
She was. She literally asked for him. And the fan book says that, because there's a question in the fan book for Yuki that says, did Yuki go to Jujutsu High to meet Geto? And he says, no. She went there to meet Gojo. So...
Yeah, and Orochimaru,
the author, bro.
Orochimaru wasn't in the Forest of Death to find Sasuke. He was there to pick up Anko's kunai after she used it on Naruto or whatever.
Bro, you can make your stupid points all you want, but like the author disagrees with you. I'm just saying.
Okay, death of the author. I don't care if the author disagrees with me. Like, Hikari doesn't live at his work, right? He has a house. I'm assuming.
What?
Hikari has like a house, like he doesn't live at his work.
Oh. Well, I don't know that they know where his house is.
That's so dumb, but okay, fine. They could tail him home, but that's also another thing. He's a bookie.
Think about how suspicious that would look.
Why would he look at them if they're hiding to tail him? Why would they indicate that they're tailing him?
Well,
like, just have Mechamaru's robot do it.
What
Charge
if Hikari has the Byakugan and he's got super senses? Like, you don't know anything about Hikari. You can't question.
Yeah, good thing Jujutsu High knows things about Hikari, considering he went there to school. They should have his address, too. Schools have addresses, since it's just a normal high school, right? That's what you were saying last time. During the hidden inventory nonsense.
Bro could have... Wait, what? What did I say was a normal high school?
Jujutsu High. It's just a normal high school, bro.
When did I ever say it? What are you talking about? I never said it was a normal
During the hidden inventory nonsense.
What hidden inventory nonsense are you referring to?
That it's a prologue. To be fair, it was probably more Cam and Hot Boy. It is definitely Cam and Hot Boy, but I'm sure you added on to it. Because I know you've had this conversation with me. I'm making stuff up.
No, you're making shit up, bro. I'm not. I don't even know what you're talking about. When did I say it was a normal high school? They take, like, they have classes there, if you mean that. But it's not a normal high school because they have jujutsu. That's not normal.
What's up, Quentin? Oh my gosh, ATT, the spiral eye emoji. Yeah, this is what I feel every time I talk to Kamui over here. Yuji is above Megami.
Yeah, because okay. Like, you're in a daze from how wrong you are when I prove you wrong. Yeah, I don't blame you.
No, Minato's in the daze. I'm not in no daze. If that happens, we can just use force. Sure, but only as a last resort. Why is it a last resort? Whatever. We've only come to request Hikari's cooperation. I want to avoid anything that might have a lasting effect on relations. As much as possible, anyways. Thank you. To be honest, I should just lie low tonight, but I don't want to waste any more time before Tsumiki's deadline to declare participation in the Culling games. Right now, it's 5 p.m. on the 10th, which leaves us 9 days. Bro, he doesn't have a plan to save Tsumiki. What is he talking about?
Well, they plan to, well, I'm not going to say anything, but, their intention is to join the Culling games and add rules so that they can free Tsumiki, basically. That's what they're trying to do.
I don't know what rules they're going to add. I'm calling cap. I don't think there's any rules that would work. It took longer than I thought to get this far. Hoofing it to where transportation is still running. Stopping along the way to beat down cursed spirits. So here's the thing, right? Why couldn't strong people just spawn camp the people once they accept the game at the place, the base, the foundation, whatever it's called?
You'll get an answer to that.
Okay. So I'll sneak in to look for Hikari, but if things get dicey, I'm out. That's what I meant by maybe. Okay, got it. So do they have to go to the place to participate, or do they just not have to do that? We'll get an answer.
You'll see how it works. Okay. Like, if we can manage to breeze through the next few chapters, hopefully, so that we can get past 158, maybe start the Culling games, and you'll get your answers.
Oh, that's not happening. But there's 2 rules: no running away and no cursed techniques. Why? I'm fine if someone wants to use them. I don't mind. The spectators are non-sorcerers who can't see them. An invisible fight ain't fun to watch. Okay, then why no running away? See, I wish this was brought up more in Shibuya. This idea. It just wasn't.
Yeah.
It kind of needed to be. Yeah. Even if Itadori is fine with his opponents using cursed techniques, it's still stupid. Like, Naruto wasn't fine with Kiba using pills in the tuning exams.
Itadori would be like, yeah, that's fine. I don't care.
Whatever. You gotta fight where the spectators can see.
You just chill out.
So it's all about the spectators, huh? Yeah, this is business. What's the boss like? Curious? Sort of. You'll see if you meet him. Will I? Listen, there are 2 types of game. Unscripted matches like today's tournament and scripted matches. Boss fixes it. Oh, wow. Thanks for explaining what a scripted match is. Look sharp today, and he may speak to you. In other words, I gotta make sure to put on a show. Now we're talking. It's so dumb. It's like, oh, by the way, your opponent's gonna use a knife. Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, give him a gun while you're at it, too. Yeah, I mean, is Itadori's goal to win the fight? Then why is he saying it's like he doesn't know the other person? Like, what if the other person was Jogo? If Jogo uses his curse technique, he's dead. He doesn't know. Like, Jogo could be reborn. It's the plan.
Fuck.
Yeah?
You gotta be kidding me.
What's up? Did you drop something? Do you want me to keep reading?
I just broke a ceramic bowl. Oh my god. Why did that fucking stick to it?
What stick to it?
I was trying to pull out a bowl and it just
would not let go, and then it just I don't know, bro. It just would not
Well,
come out.
I'll let you
and then
deal
when I
with
pulled it
that,
out,
I guess. Hey, this gives me a good chance
fell
to finish the chapter, I guess. While you clean that up, and then that gives us an excuse to not stop talking for an hour again. For the rest of this chapter, at least. Yeah. You removed the floor, huh? Spectators above and fights below. Yup. And there's your opponent. Shocked me the first time I saw him, too. Yeah. It's all about attracting the crowd, huh? Welcome to the JJK Fight Club tournament. I'm your announcer, John Bobby. What? What a stupid name. Here, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to lower this. Oh, it hasn't been on. Well, if we get copyrighted, I guess now we know. Okay, well, yeah, we'll just leave it on for now then, I guess. Okay. Can't believe it was off. And now I'll introduce the fighters. We have a surprise challenger. These assassins just keep on coming. The dangerous Fireball Kid, Yuji Itadori. Fireball Kid? It's Panda. It stands like a panda, sits like a panda, and walks like a... Have you placed your bets? Let's get ready to rumble. I can feel things starting to cool down. Why is that, Ken? Luck is nothing if you don't test it. It's boring knowing who's gonna win. This fight isn't fixed though. He doesn't know who's gonna win unless he's just assuming. My problem with this is a Panda. This should have been like a new person. Like, why is he fighting Panda? That's so dumb. That's so stupid. He's fighting a comrade. Like, they could just fix the fight because it doesn't matter who wins. Introduce a new character here, you stupid idiots. Almost 2 hours in. Can I get a sub 2 hour chapter 153 read? Let's find out. Sure about that, huh? Oh, well, it's a cool fight. Is this going to be off screen as well? Kind of. Holy smokes, this is the best bout in my entire tenure as an announcer. I've only been at this a couple weeks, though. So stupid. Panda-senpai, have you met Hikari-senpai? No, he isn't suspicious because he knows me. But he's avoiding me. See, this is exactly the problem. Like, you can't just say what you said earlier, Kamui, and then have lines like this, which directly contradict absolutely everything. He isn't suspicious because he knows me. That does not fit for Hikari and what we know about him and what you've explained about. Like, that's so ridiculous. This feels like Naruto versus Itachi, except in this case, Panda just is autonomous. Like, or not autonomous. Like, he can just not fight if he wants to. Like, they're not fighting. They're, if anything, having a friendly bout. Like, it's a sparring match at best. So stupid. I don't like it. The other third-year sorcerer is also a problem. Are you hiding that you're a Jujutsu High student? Yes. Good. Then you know what to do next. Panda isn't. That's not a problem for him, apparently. What do you mean? Why is he punching him? Ag, what a punch. I can't move. The Animal Welfare Society won't stand for this. That's crazy. Bro just canceled Itadori on Twitter. What a bad actor. And the winner is Itadori! And wow, what do you know? It was good acting considering everyone bought it. So stupid. After the tournament, bring Itadori to the roof. Huh? I'm certain he'll keep winning. Is this Hikari? He fights in 3 dimensions to dazzle the spectators up top. Her hair is cool. I'll say that. I bet it's not cool in the colored, but it's pretty cool here. I can write a good script with him. Like always, I'm just saying. What do you mean you had a good script with him? Because he's strong? Unscripted? That doesn't mean anything for a scripted fight. Like, you take the best actor in a fight. Why would you... I don't understand. I want to do it while the iron's hot. It's Hikari! That sounds so dumb. Just stop. And this is Kirara. Kirara Hoshi. What is happening with her mouth here? Does he have piercings? Why do they look like that? They look so weird. Understood.
Yeah, especially in the color.
But what should we do?
Looks a little bit extra weird, but yeah, it's a lot of piercings.
About the other kid. Is he talking about Panda? Why is she giving them the side eye? That's crazy. Stay vigilant. Kirara will provide security too.
That's Megami.
Huh? Oh, is it? I thought it was her.
That's Megami.
Okay, I guess it's not her.
It looks really weird in the color, I will admit, but that's Megami.
Yeah. Like, his face is so long, too.
Yeah, it's really weird in the color, like...
Yeah. Are they referring to Panda as a kid?
No, they're talking about Yuji.
That is Yuji. The other one. What? No. Because he says to bring Yuji to the roof, and he's understood, but what should we do about the other kid?
Megami then, sorry. They're talking about Megami.
Oh,
the other one is Megami.
Okay. And that makes the panel make sense. Got it. So were you listening while I was reading?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, so what's up with the panda thing?
Yeah, I need to see the page again.
No, he isn't suspicious because he knows me, in reference to Hikari. What?
He isn't suspicious because he knows me.
The exact opposite of what you were saying, yeah.
But he's avoiding me. That's just a weird statement because he's making it clear he's avoiding him.
Yeah.
So, like...
know. I mean, is he avoiding him,
Why
though?
would he be avoiding him if he's not suspicious?
Like, just because he's not going to him doesn't mean he's going out of his way to avoid him. Like Kamui, I'm not avoiding you. I'm just not going to you.
Well, I mean, he is avoiding him.
Okay.
I will say that. Like, that is true in a sense, but... It is weird, though. Like, I don't know. It's a weird statement.
So who is the third-year sorcerer who is also a problem? Is that the black-haired dude or the greenish hair girl? Him?
They're both, they're both third years.
Oh, well, he's referring to one of them, so which one is he referring to? This is another one of the Zennin child thing from Tengen. What? He doesn't say sorcerers, he says sorcerer.
The other third year, the other is Kirara, then.
Kirara? The girl? This Kirara?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Kenji Hikari and Kirara Hoshi. Kirara will provide security too. Huh? This is strange. Okay, so she does have weird piercings that look weird. This is really... I haven't been this on edge since the days of my old girlfriend and maxed out credit cards. Okay. Don't talk about her. Who's he? Wait, what? Is there a relationship thing I don't know of with the black hair guy and the ex-girlfriend? Oh.
No.
Oh. Okay.
That's Kirara saying it because that's his current girlfriend.
Interesting. Are these all previous panels?
No, those are future panels.
Figured. Okay.
Spoilers.
Muscle. Yeah. Oh, there you are. Hey, Fushiguro. Panda-senpai. So, you think Itadori can meet Hikari? Yeah, but why haven't you met him yet? Well, I know where he is. He's always in the monitor room on the roof. But I can't get close. I thought he was a bookie. He's not being very good of a bookie if he's in the monitor room on the roof.
Bro, I don't know what a bookie is, okay?
Neither do I. See, I thought it was like a bouncer to where he doesn't let people in at the front door, which is another reason why I was confused why it was such a difficult thing to get to him.
Oh, that's even funnier.
It looks like
I
Panda.
think it just the thing is he runs the Fight Club, but like a bookie.
Yeah.
Weird word.
See, this is just weird art because Panda looks like he has to use the bathroom here, which makes this look like a bathroom. Like, these two things don't make sense here without the tags. It doesn't matter if I walk or run toward the door on the roof, because the distance never decreases.
Yeah, it's like the bathroom.
Sort of like
closed,
Satoru's curse technique. Well, never mind. I don't want to say it. It's probably Kirara's curse technique, but I'm not sure. Kirara, the other third year, it's a boy, right? Yeah, a boy.
Wait, what?
I think they're talking about the black hair guy.
Kirara, the other third year is a boy, right? Yeah, boy. So they're saying Hikari's a boy.
What about the black hair guy?
Oh, black hair guy. Megami?
No! This one. And this one.
That's just some scrub running the Fight Club with him. Okay, I don't know who that is.
Whatever. Does that not... Why don't they just say Hikari then? They know who they're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, Kamui, if me, you, and Trippy are in a call, and I say, I want to do a call with Trippy and that other YouTuber, that would be weird in that situation.
Yeah, I don't really know, but Kirara's a girl. Like, that's Hikari's girlfriend. That's not Hikari's boyfriend. So
yeah, this feels like
I've
another
just been, like, wrong this whole time. But I'm pretty sure Kirara's a girl.
This feels like another Boruto dad and dad's wife situation.
Yeah.
Does that phenomenon only occur when Kirara is in the monitor room? I don't know. Hikari and Kirara are never separated. Or apart. Whatever, same thing. I don't know how I read separated there. My mind just really filled that one in. It doesn't even look similar. Why would he imagine it's only when she's in the monitor room? That doesn't make any sense at all with what we understand about this universe. So stupid. Instead of trying too hard and scaring off Hikari, I decided to attract spectators like a circus bear. Good thing you two showed up. I'm not so sure. Do you think Itadori can convince Hikari? It might be hard. The problem is more Hikari than Itadori. But I also think it's just a matter of time. Itadori is really friendly and charming, which should work on Hikari. But he sucks at lying. Rather, lying is really an option for him. But I did give him some pointers. Why is he the one in this position? Like, he should not be the one in this position, even if, oh, they called him up there. He shouldn't have been in the position to have been called up there in the first place. Should have got someone else. Someone who's apparently a good liar.
Well, who else?
Well, in this case, they were fighting Panda. Megami's just wrong. Like, Megami should have been in Itadori's position. It just objectively would have been better on every front.
Well, I mean, he didn't know that Panda was there.
Still.
But also, they asked for Yuji anyway, so...
Yeah, but they wouldn't have asked for Yuji if it was Megami versus Panda.
What? No, they... What do you mean? The reason why it was Yuji versus Panda because they asked for Yuji. It wouldn't have been... They would have to ask for Megami to fight for it to be Megami versus Panda.
That could have been just as easy, though. They don't know Itadori.
They asked for Itadori.
Okay, why did they ask for Itadori over Megami? Why is it just so inconceivable
because
for them to have asked Megami? Yeah.
Because well, I mean, first of all, they asked you. That's what happened. But second of all, Megami was the one doing the lying to get them to even listen to them in the first place. Yuji would not have been good for that, as we saw, because he's literally like, oh, I get it, like halfway through. So obviously you don't want Yuji in that position, which means the only reason they got kick-started is because of Megami, but because it was Megami doing that, they asked for Yuji to be the fighter instead, because they didn't fully trust Megami.
Okay, so I agree.
I mean, there wasn't really much they could do.
So let me just reiterate my problem here, since I feel like it's not getting across. Megami is good at both positions. Itadori is good at neither of them.
Itadori wasn't bad at the fighting part.
He's not good at his current position of going to Hikari or whatever. Like, they're talking about how he sucks at his lying and everything.
But there wasn't anything they could... But well, no, he is somewhat good because he's charming and friendly.
Okay. And Megami's a good liar, so he can lie to be friendly and charming too.
Yeah, but like they didn't have a choice. They Megami can't do both.
They did have a choice. They'd be like,
option.
actually, I'll be the one fighting instead of him. He may look tough, but he's weak. I'm the actual tough guy. It's that easy.
What? No, Megami already tried. Like, I mean, it was kind of like a ploy, but he tried being like, no, it has to be me. And they're like, no, it needs to be Yuji. Like, they wanted Yuji to be the fight because they didn't trust Megami.
I don't trust Gege, okay?
If Megami just showed up, if Megami just showed up for Yuji's fight, they would have been like, that's not the same guy. No, this isn't allowed. Like, they wouldn't have just let it, like...
No.
They would have been really suspicious.
They would just convince the guys to let Megami be the fighter. Like, who cares if they're suspicious of him? Let him fight. What does that do? He can't get the Hikari anyways.
Well, it didn't work. They literally refused. Like,
bro, you say this like they tried hard.
Bro, they would have been really suspicious if Megami was trying that hard. Like,
I mean, they shouldn't have tried that hard for Itadori then.
They didn't try. Oh my god, he didn't try to get Itadori to be the fighter. He was just like,
whatever.
He didn't even have to try.
Whatever. Worst case scenario, Hikari realizes Itadori is from Jujutsu High and tosses him out without listening. Man, if only it was Megami, in which case this wouldn't be a problem. Or calls in some bruiser. Wow, that'd be such a problem if they called in fodder to come fight Itadori. You know, instead of... Wow, why does Hikari have bodyguards?
I don't know.
Which means that as soon as Itadori gets in, I think we should seize control of the area and guard the doors so they can talk. Which is something Itadori would be better at, but, you know. I don't worry, I won't kill anybody. I'll just knock them out. But there are security cameras, so if the negotiation happens in the monitor room, they'd see anything we do. Now, I will say this, in terms of writing, it's better to have the worst person in this position for higher stakes or conflict or whatever. You don't want the plan to go according to plan. But in universe, it's a stupid explanation how we got there.
Like, it was bad. You're such a hater.
It was bad. It's all bad. I know the camera positions and blind spots.
It wasn't really fine.
Besides, it's no problem if someone sees me. Hang around a lot. Yeah, you're right, Kamui. It was just narrative peak. This is the peak of JJK right here. Itadori getting into the Fight Club.
I said it was fine. It was such a capper, bro. I said it was fine.
The only serious sorcerers are Hikari and Kirara. How many lookouts are there? 4 at the entrance, 2 on every floor but the roof. This just might work. This might just work would have been so much better. I'm concerned about Kirara's
translator, okay?
cursed technique. Itadori the champ. But we can't do anything about that. If they warp Itadori outside or bring in some muscle, we'll give up on Hikari. This is stupid. I'm just reading ahead. I don't like this. It's stupid. Meet him at 1 o'clock, measure later. Yeah, whatever. Your first year in high school, that's young you. Hikari had to repeat a year in junior high. You seem cheerful, T. Yeah, that's because Kin feels hot again, and I love it when Kin feels hot. Yeah, then he's... What is he doing here? Is this a thing we've seen him do?
I'm not looking, but they're on the roof, I think.
No, Megumi's like liquidating himself into the floor.
Oh, I think. Oh shit! Hold on. I think it's just his shadow stuff, but hold on.
I guess, but like I didn't know he could do that. It's like Suigetsu.
Yeah, no, that's just him passing through the shadow. It's kind of like how he pulls the tools out of the shadows.
I didn't know he could do that. Does he do something like this some other time? If he does it in Death Womb Painting,
Yeah,
don't
he
even
pulls
say
out
it.
the tools.
Oh, that's not the same as this. But
I mean, that's literally how he pulls his Shikigami out through the shadows.
it's definitely not the same as this. What is that? Okay, he did that.
It's just him going through it.
See, now this one makes a lot more sense to me. This above one does not look like that.
Again.
Yeah.
What chapter?
Like it literally has ripples, like it's a puddle. This is 154.
What page?
You know, I don't know that. It's like 2/5 of the way through, maybe. Maybe less.
Oh, your problem's the color. Yeah, okay, the color makes it look like it's liquid, yeah. It just looks like a shadow in the viz.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, because like down here, it looks just fine as well with the
Except-
shadow.
Yeah, the other one made it look like liquid. That's funny.
Well, good thing we got like 8 pages dedicated to Megumi taking out no-name people. Hey, look over there. Unibrow, dude. This dude's hair is more pink than Itadori. That's crazy. It's a panda with the tiger and the loving. Man, that's not suspicious at all. Wow, what a great distraction that is. Think he eats fish sausage? Hold up, that panda was in the tournament. Bro, he was literally in the tournament. Like, that's this... I don't even need to explain why this is stupid. That's like having a terrorist with a gun come in and that being a distraction. What are you doing? Thanks for the sausage. Aha, that's Panda. He's so quirky and funny. No cameras in the emergency stairs. Yo, Panda Senpai, will things be alright? Won't cause this trouble later? Nah, it's all good. Now to guard that door. Okay, so going according to plan. Panda! This is the part where it doesn't go according to plan. Gah! Kirara! Why isn't Kirara with Hikari? And the dude from the Hikari camera. Kin is in danger. The kid with spiky hair, Panda snuck him in here. Does that mean he's from Jujutsu High? That means he was from Jujutsu High too. Divine Dog. You know, this wouldn't be a problem if Itadori was here with Panda. Totality. This is new too, I think. Totality is a kind of cool name, I guess. Never mind, it's just a wolf. Fushiguro. And he
New, it's been there.
he stopped the wolf when he called out the wolf. Whatever. Was my divine dog repelled? Oh, never mind. No, if what Panda Senpai says is true, divine dog just couldn't get close. Okay, but it was repelled. Like, it's not like infinity at all. Like, it didn't stop getting closer to her. It went backwards into you, apparently. Oh. Panda's already marked. To my room, Kirara's going back to Hikari. Wait, Kirari, we're not your enemy. We just have a request for Hikari. I can't believe it. How could you do this, Panda? Og, I can't get close to you either. Divine Dog. Touch. So Kirara can't approach either. Fushiguro. We can't get close. But there's more to it. Divine Dog and I can't separate it. What kind of curse technique is that? That's stupid as well. I feel like it's not true based on what we've seen. Itadori. Would you believe me if I said you could work 1 hour a day and make 1 million yen a month? Itadori doesn't care about money. That doesn't matter. Wow, what a great end of the chapter. So glad we'd spend our time on that. So another problem I have with this is they don't have his phone number. Like, at least explain why they have to go through this stupid plan as the best option instead of any other option to either get close or talk to Hikari.
I guess I just don't have his number.
Like, him being a that's nonsense. First of all, him being a delinquent is not enough of an explanation. Also, Itadori's hair is so pink here. That's funny.
Well, maybe he just changed his number because he hated Jujutsu
Depends
Eye.
on what I have to do. Again, though, like, tell someone who knows Hikari. Like, hey, I want to talk to Hikari. No, it's not Jujutsu related. If anything, tell that person, send on the message of what you want to say Hikari. Say, hey, Hikari, there's a Culling Games coming up. Do you want to, like, help us out? And then they have their answer. They don't have to get close to do that. For that info, you got to pay 200,000 yen. I don't trust that. You guessed it. It's a classic con. So this is why I'm trying to get through this part so fast, because this is all just filler. It's just fluff nonsense.
Kind of, yeah. You can rush to it. That's fine.
This all has to do with the fever. Fever. Put the fever in the seed. Close to the fever. They say, they fall in love. Me, I love the fever. Oh my god, so many words here. Can you read all this if you want to? Because I don't want to read those.
I'm not looking right now.
Okay, can I just skip ahead?
You don't need to read the fever thing. That's just his character, I guess. Which is, I don't know. If any, you should probably read it because of that.
No, I'm already skipping ahead. Need strong piece on the board. Itadori, you want a drink? Why is he black here? Is he white or black? It's not just that. It's just that.
Pretty sure he's white.
Bro, he's so black here. Like, he's more black than the Raikage. Like, he's almost as black as Darui. In this color.
Hold on. You gotta remember this page for me, so I'll come back down in a minute.
Yeah, it's like 2/5 of the way through 155. Who's Gojo? Besides, it's more like a camp. That's funny. Who's Gojo? Come now, sorcerers know it's not from Gojo. Why pretend you don't? Yeah, it is kind of dumb. He's okay. That's a funny sweat face. It's still bad. Are you a spy from Jujutsu High? No, wait. You see, there's no reason not to be honest. Like, this is just kind of dumb. He gets out of there. Listen to. He's kicked away. Just listen. I get a call from Kirara. See, I feel like it'd be fine to just be like, yeah, I'm from Jujutsu High, but like I'm not like affiliated with them right now, like, or at least let him trap you since he's not trying to kill you, from what I can tell, and then just like you're trapped, and then like you can talk.
Let me see.
Mean something.
Yeah, Black Hikari.
Well, it's like the whole chapter, anyways. Just chapter 155.
What the heck? Why did they do that?
Yeah, it's even lighter here. It's like way darker up here. Like, look at this.
Yeah, no, like he.
Look at that.
Bro, yeah, they messed that up because Hikari is like blatantly white on the manga panels.
Oh my
like,
god,
on the manga covers.
Crazy. Yeah.
I don't know.
Deadlock perfect. Kirara. We aren't necessarily in. Exactly. Like they should have started with this. It's so dumb. In Tokyo, right? Barriers appearing all over are related. Do they not know about the Culling Games? Like, why are they explaining it like this?
They don't know, yeah.
How? It's all over Japan. Besides Hokkaido.
No, not everyone knows.
Archipelagos. See, I call cap. That's just nonsense. Like, even if you want to say some random people, like, separated from society don't know. First of all, these are, like, people in crowds, like, that communicate with a lot of people. They're also more higher up people, considering their position. And then they're literally sorcerers. How do they not know? Like, imagine...
Because of the way, like, it worked.
Imagine Gojo just not knowing, assuming he wasn't at Shibuya. Again, this goes back to, like, my question of how did Kashimo even tell people in the first... Not KENJAKU. How did KENJAKU even tell everyone in the first place? Like, was it a radio message? Was it on TV? Like, I don't understand.
He told them in person, bro.
And then they told everyone else in Japan? Like, what's happening here?
They didn't tell everyone. Not everyone in Japan knows.
Then it's not...
Only some people know.
I'm
Not
skipping ahead.
The whole world doesn't know about the Culling games.
They fought with them because Gojo always cleans up your messes, so why do you need us? They don't even know? Like, regardless of the Culling games, do they not know about Shibuya? It was like terrorist attack in Japan. Normal people know. Like, they should know about Gojo. Literally from the school. If we convince Kirara, negotiations with Hikari will go more peacefully as he's attacking Hikari out of nowhere. A crux. On the bright side, at least we are blitzing through these chapters now. There's a lot of rabbits below, because fight with Kirara. Oh my god, the bunny's here. Jesus. Okay. Suffocate death. Oh my god. I bet that's not going to happen, but... This is a cool color panel. I do like this color panel. Good looking panel. Okay. Stupid fight. Marked Imai? Who's Imai? Oh, okay, so she was marking them, so that has to do with her technique. I got a clue. Constellation. Interesting. Southern. Ooh, okay. They're doing some constellation stuff. We both gave it away with our reaction. Interesting. We had this look that said, seriously? He wasn't sure if my curse technique's motif is the Southern Cross. But my face gave it away, so now he's certain. Is a motif more than just a music term?
I think so, yeah.
Interesting. If he keeps figuring it out, he'll be able to enter the monitor room. I gotta hold him here. Really, is this... Why does she care? Like, does she not believe him? Sumiki, but that's all I know. Besides, so cross at 4 points. Besides, if she's struggling, or like if Megami's struggling to her, Hikari should be way stronger anyways. Like, it shouldn't be a problem. Fushiguro, what's going on? I knew it. Panda and I can't get close to each other. Aren't there 4 stairs and sometimes? Yeah, after all, it's a cross. That's right, but 4 stars, not stairs. Okay. And that's relative to her lip thing. Okay, so I'm wondering if her lip piercing has to do with this. If he has signed the stars and some cross, maintain a certain distance between each point. Kirara can go near the door, and Panda Senpai and I can go near each other. What's this stupid explanation now? We're going to determine the route, meaning there's a sequential order. Who can go near what? Same stars attract each other. Okay. Interesting. Maybe the technique doesn't include the casting sorcerer. That can't be, because Divine Dog couldn't get near Kirara. But maybe our stars and Kirara's in the doors stars repel each other. In that case, why hasn't Kirara fled inside the room? Oh right, they could stand by the door to keep us away. Kirara standing guard to make sure we don't satisfy certain conditions and sneak into the monitor room unseen, which suggests there are 5 or more stars. Yep. They know the constellation, but they don't know about the constellation? I'm confused. They know everything else about the constellation, but not this? Like, they're guessing on this? The stamp rally theory is correct, and there are only 4 stars. It's a theory? I don't understand. Is this some Japanese thing I don't know? Like, is there a constellation understanding that I'm just missing?
The theory is how her technique works. The stamp rally theory is just the theory that it's like a sequential order thing.
That's weird they're saying it after the fact, because it's like they were explaining it like they've already deduced it, rather than they're guessing it. And it obviously, from the writing standpoint, from the audience, from our perspective, obviously they wouldn't guess it if it wasn't along the same lines to explain the ability in the first place. Like, it's more of the author explaining it, so it is probably right, or something similar, or it's going to be relevant. It's not some random out there flyball guess that's not at anything. So, my secret's... She's literally thinking if my secret's out, so that indicates to us, yes, it's correct. Then I'll attack. Panda! Oh my gosh. Imai. This makes no sense to me. This isn't how... What? What is the anime gonna do between these two shots? This... Okay, sure. No problem, Fushiguro. Find the other star. Humph. Don't throw the car. Why? Kirara put the same Imai star on it as you. It's like me and Divine Dog. If you throw it, it'll come back or pull you. I think contact must be made to place a star, but Kirara never touched me or a rabbit escape. She didn't touch the dog, did she? Only with Divine... Okay, I guess she did touch the dog, but then... That doesn't make sense based on what we heard earlier, because, like, you can't get close to her because then it, like, stops, and that's what he was saying earlier, too. So instead of marking objects themselves, Kirara is marking cursed energy. To mark objects like the door or car with a star, maybe Kirara has to charge them beforehand with someone's cursed energy. That is, cursed energy is another than Kirara. Assuming that technique doesn't have much range, there must be one more such star. There it is, the 5th star. Should have probably hid the star icon better, but okay. Or make it an icon not near here. Okay, I don't see any more residual asides from us 3. Kirara's cursed energy is marked with the star. I can't use cursed energy to mark objects with Acrex star. That's also on me. Means Kirara can't throw objects at me like that car earlier. If I'm correct, then I should now be able to approach Kirara. What happened to... Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's a lot more things. It's like they were saying, it's a lot. Cursed technique is called Love Rendezvous. It apportions 5 stars with a Southern Cross motif to target cursed energy. I wish I knew what a motif was in this case. For 1 star to approach another star, it must follow a determined order, or one of the targets with the same star as another will attract it. The order follows the stars from nearest to furthest. Constellations may look flat, but they actually have depth, because each star is a different distance from the Earth. Kirara marked Fushiguro with the Acrex star, so he must go through Mimosa and then Ginan to reach the door. He has to go through her then, and that's not going to happen easily. Oh my god, it's crazy. I'm impressed. You figured out my curse technique, but you were... So I guess he did throw it, which is why he's passed out, unless he got off-screened or something. But you were too quick to conclude I can't throw more objects. I can simply remove the Ginan star on my curse energy and mark things with the Acrex star that's also on you. The problem with that, like she said, or like he said, I guess, she has to touch stuff still. So it's not like she can just easily do it, unless she can easily do it, apparently. So, the wolf, wah. He did something. How'd that doggy get here? Oh, I get it. That punk never canceled his doggy Shikigami. Did he guess which one of them marked with the same star would attract the other? He maneuvered so the wall was between... How would she not know that he never poofed away the dog? Like, it would just have been there the whole time.
It was hiding.
She would have seen it go into hiding. Like, she was looking at it.
No, it's the way they... hiding behind that.
Again,
back up.
Kamui, like, if you're looking at me...
Let's just see what happens.
Okay, if you're looking at me and I run behind a tree, you know I'm behind... Like, you have object permanence. Okay, I think I scrolled too far up. Yeah, okay. Unless it was last chapter. I think it was.
We need to see the last... It might be last chapter when the dog was there.
There's the dog. So last time the dog is shown, it's just behind him in open sight. Unless you're going to say it escapes when he does the rabbit escape.
It must have been because of the rabbit escape. She must have thought that the dog was unsummoned with rabbit escape.
Honestly, I think the anime could do that better. Just it being in the anime format, not saying they add extra scenes or anything. I just think it makes more sense in the anime. But yeah. Anyways, we're like way down here. Before setting it loose when I was directly between them. Love rendezvous cancel. Hag. Why'd you cancel it?
Because the dog... So basically, the dog was gonna come running into her.
Oh, yeah, you're right. But again, like, it doesn't matter because if the thing's canceled, the dog's just gonna go after her anyways. I guess just redo it, but like it's too late.
Yeah.
That's fine. Sure. It's so funny. We just listened. Did you really plan that? You couldn't have known whether the doggy or you would get pulled. Took a gamble, but I just realized that the one with higher cursed energy output does the pulling. Is this just another guess? Again, why is he just realizing this? Like, it's weird that he says, "I just
he took a gamble."
Oh God. So
he realized it after his gamble was taken.
I know, but it's like so many guesses and then so many confirmed things that turn out to be guesses, like intuition and just knowing knowledge and then seeing how the evaluate, it's just back and forth flip-flopping. I don't understand. First divine dog pulled me. When I reinforced my cursed energy to guard against your attacks, the opposite occurred. For a first year, you're not very cute. Okay, I'm begging you. There's no time. So please hear us out. Fine, go ahead. Meet the dory. His hair is red. Here, well, I guess it's kind of pink, but you know, things are red. Clomp, clomp. Jesus.
Bro. No, he's got white hair.
And a pink tank top. Like, I don't think he had a pink tank top before either.
Why do they think he's black?
I don't know. Fushiguro, Panda Senpai, don't interfere. Oh, not taking me seriously? That's ridiculous. Well, he's strong, apparently. Itadori's getting destroyed. This punk's not even resisting. Ridiculous. It's cool, but it's ridiculous. Honestly, I wish these two just weren't in this panel. This could have been a pretty cool panel if Itadori's like placed slightly to the left. Like a full page spread even, maybe? Maybe not that, but you know. One page spread. Could have been cool. In fact, that'd be really good as a thumbnail, too. But anyways. This one's kind of stupid, though. I don't like that. He doesn't intend to dodge. You're nuts. This isn't like the fight in Shibuya. This is all for making him accept me. So I won't dodge again. And I won't fight back again. Who is this? Yeah, who is this?
That's, Oh, that's when he fought earlier. I think that's when it's earlier on when they headbutted. That is Hikari and Yuji. Like he's saying, I won't dodge him again and I won't fight back again. This time I'll just take everything.
Bro, him doing it in the first place just doesn't make sense. Like, why did he arrive at this conclusion after fighting him for a little bit? He should have gone into it with this idea, which he did because he was undercover and lying and stuff. He wants to convince him. He doesn't want to fight him. So why did he fight him at first?
I mean, I feel like it's a natural. I feel like it's a natural reaction to dodge somebody's attack. I mean,
dodging an attack is different. He did more than just dodge. He fought back. He headbutted, bro.
I feel like that's still a natural.
Okay,
it's a natural, like, a mistake to make.
It's okay, that's fair. It's a natural human thing to do.
I'm sorry, Oodie. I'm sorry that Yuji's realistic. Oh man, like...
it's a mistake. It's a human thing to do. But okay, I feel like I'm gonna be mellow when I say this. He's so incompetent at the job, the role he's supposed to be performing.
That's fine.
And you know what? I bet Megami wouldn't have dodged and headbutted him. Moving on.
I don't know. Megami may have fought back. Huh? He's fighting Kirara. What makes you think he wouldn't fight Hikari?
I mean, he literally said, like, there's no point where he's like, no, I'm not going to listen to you because you're from Jujutsu High. Here, he's literally saying, I'm going to listen to you as long as you remain standing. So even if he's punching him or whatever, he's going to hear him out. I don't have to do any of this in the first place. They say they want your help to listen to them. Then I just say I would. So we're good here. Why me, Itadori? This is the first time we've met. Yeah, I'm wondering why this too. They're going to a big length here, really going out of their way to convince Hikari to join the team. Like, just from all the people that you say should be so much higher on the tier list in the Culling games, I'm gonna guess there's a lot of other people they could have gone to instead as well. Or they could have just not gone the length in the first place. So why put your faith in me?
What?
Because
no,
all my senpai
the
say
people
it's
in the
wrong.
Culling games are
That's
not
what I
people
thought.
that they can go to.
I'm sure there's at
outside
least
of the
one.
Culling games. They're already in. They're no, not really. I mean, there's the not as strong as Hikari.
Maybe, I don't know. No matter how much or how little strength he puts behind them, they just hurt. It's like he's hitting me with a serrated bat. That's wild. I like that though. That's a cool idea. It doesn't make sense, but I like it. When a sorcerer asks a sorcerer for a favor, it's understood that they'll be putting their lives on the line. So you had to show me right here and now that you've got the fever to make me do that. So this just isn't a thing, right? This is just Hikari saying this.
Saying what?
When a sorcerer asks a sorcerer for a favor, it's understood that they'll be putting their lives on the line.
Oh yeah, he's just saying that.
Yeah, like it's not an assumption at all for a sorcerer asking a sorcerer for their life to be on the line. No. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty unreasonable.
But I feel like this was also the expected reaction from Hikari as well.
Oh shit! I know. I just realized.
Yeah.
Just kind of random. I forgot the clock change. I was wondering how it was already 3.
Oh
1 a.m.
crap! It's yeah, 23-hour day. I didn't think about that. Instead, you came here on someone else.
Yeah, I was wondering how I was like, damn, that hour went by so fast.
This is 157. We'll finish the rest of the chapter pretty quick. Do you think 158 will take a while or no? What's old man Yaga doing?
I mean, I'm gonna make food. I'm making it now because I didn't realize.
Okay, we should be good.
So we might as well do it.
Yeah. What's old man Yaga doing? He should be weeding out weaklings like you.
An hour going away.
Interesting. That's funny. That bro, Hikari's calling Itadori a weakling. See, he didn't grow stronger at all. Like, if end of Shibuya Itadori shouldn't have even been accepted into Jujutsu High, whereas, like, people like Panda, Maki, or whatever from, like, Season 1 were, Nobara, Megami from Season 1 were, then current Itadori's weaker than all of those people, too. From the beginning of Season 1.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Hikari's confirming it right here. We can just move on. I'm just a cog. I'm a cog.
What we call you weaklings?
To eradicate curses. Hey, are you for real? Well, he's not saying Itadori is a weakling. He's saying Itadori is so weak, he should have never been... He, in his current form, would not be able to get into Jujutsu High at his current strength level. He's too weak to enter into Jujutsu High School.
He's capping, bro. He's strong.
I mean, hey, I don't take Hikari as a liar. Like you said, whenever there's a fight, you bet on Hikari, so he has to be truthful. I'm betting on Hikari here. I agree with him. I think he's right.
He's not. Yeah, but he's not being serious right now.
Okay.
He's testing him.
I didn't realize the phrase was to always bet on serious Hikari. I didn't realize they specified that, brackets, parentheses, so you don't know. Who knew? Didn't realize it was just Hikari in general.
Always Hikari thing didn't start till later on, so it doesn't apply to these chapters. You shouldn't always bet on Hikari yet, but soon enough.
Tell it to the community who's already informed me, including you. And besides, that's not how always works.
Eventually, always.
Okay. Oh, if he takes any more damage, Itadori, that's enough. Okay, well, I guess Megami's capping too, because he took more damage. So, I bet something's going to happen here. Hurts, right? According to Gojo, my cursed energies got an edge. You dead yet? Yo, Panda, sea urchin head. Take Itadori and get lost. don't come. So this is funny to me because assuming Itadori was dead yet.
I love the nickname Sea Urchin Dead.
Sea Urchin Dead, that's funny. Assuming Itadori was dead,
It's a funny nickname.
Hikari just signed his death signature as well as everyone else's there. Considering Sukuna would just take over and body them all, right? Like, I don't think it's a spoiler.
Sukuna would just die. Like those. No.
Wait, what?
No, those fingers would die, and there would only be 10 fingers left, or 5 fingers left.
Why? Because, like you said last time in this Yuta fight, Sukuna would just heal Itadori if he died, like he did the first time.
Oh, you meant in that respect. Okay, sorry.
And then, because
I thought you meant
he would
was
just
actually dead.
Yeah, then he would use his one time to take over thing here to then if he was dead too. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not like any of them know that.
No, I'm just saying it'd be funny.
They don't know about.
Yeah. Like, I don't think it's a spoiler to say. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
same with
15
you.
Finger Sukuna would beat Hikari. That's just my guess. At this current point in time, before he's in base right now, he's off guard, not expecting it. You know what? I'll just move.
Yeah, he would have to react really quickly because Sukuna. It's not really a spoiler to say this because it's already stated. You just forgot. Sukuna has 1 minute with that thing, so
I forgot,
you would have
yeah.
to beat them all in 1 minute.
I do remember
But
him
the
saying
problem-
that now, but I don't know why he would say that.
Yeah.
Because it was the vow or whatever, the binding vow. Was that a part of it? Like he can only make it as strong as 1 minute.
Well, he just said. I mean, theoretically, he probably could have just said, "Oh, I'll." Well, I mean, I think it was just to get Yuji to agree. Really, he's like, I get to take over for 1 minute. And then he made the promise to not hurt anyone as well. He's like, what if I promise that? And then Yuji still didn't agree. And then he's like, all right, how about we fight it out? And then Yuji lost.
Bro,
It took 3 tries.
Itadori agreed. He didn't agree. He was forced into agreeing. Really, that was just Sukuna being Sukuna. Let's be real.
I mean, he did agree, but Sukuna kind of just baked him until he agreed.
Again, he didn't really have an option anyways.
Well, I mean, Yuji could have just died, yeah. He had the option to die.
That's not an option for him. That's literally
Yeah,
against his
That
character.
was the original plan was. No, he literally was going to die. That was his plan. Sukuna was
at
only
the
wanted to heal
end.
him, but he wanted to get away with extra benefits.
Whatever. If he wanted to die so badly, then the show would have been over at episode 1.
Well, they decided to have him die after all 20 fingers were eaten.
Exactly. Itadori is not the one that wants to die. Look at the Grand Posse.
Yeah, he's
That's
not
why
begging.
he wants to live. He has a reason to want to live.
Yeah, he's not begging to die or something.
He doesn't want to die. What do you mean he's not begging to die? Of course he's not.
He's willing to. He's willing to die.
Yeah, willing.
Want to die.
Willing is an interesting word. He's willing to die for the cause. That doesn't mean he even expects that he's going to die.
Yeah, he does. He
Well,
definitely.
he
expects it.
does.
He literally said, "You've already." Dude, there was a panel we went by 10 chapters ago where he's like, "I'm going to die."
Whatever.
He seems very much expecting of it.
It's not like he's gonna do it himself. It's because Jujutsu High is going to kill him, and he knows that, and he can't really do anything about that. It's not like he's gonna take his own life once he gets 20 fingers. He doesn't want to die. There's nothing he can do about it from his perspective.
Yeah, but he's expecting it.
Oh my god.
You said it. You made the claim.
just a cog, and cogs have function. My function is getting rid of curses, and if you're necessary for that, I won't give up until you agree. This is dumb. Oh my god. But senpai, this good. What's your function? Are these the eyes of a cog in a fever? Fine, I'll just keep punch. Kin! Isn't he hot enough for you yet? It's dumb. It's true, and the fever never lies. Get down here, you two. Let's cut a deal. Question marks. Okay. Huh? Is this all resolved now? Did you just get him to agree? Yeah. Thanks. No problem. I still hate the big shots, but Kin's fever burned the hottest. Bro, this doesn't even... It's not even just the fact that it's different panels. His blonde hair is touching his black hair here because it's he's shot out of the panel.
Not looking, but can you describe it a little bit better?
I'm just gonna screenshot it so that you can see it whenever you can. I'll do a better screenshot.
Okay. But it sounds funny.
Oops. There you go. Yeah, it is. When he was helping people while at Jujutsu High. That's the end of that chapter. And that's the last chapter of the colored. Now we have to go back to the non-colored. That's crazy. And it only took 2 hours and 52 minutes.
I like how we made the greatest progress in the last, 5 minutes.
Because nothing happened in the last 5 minutes.
Because we weren't arguing about... It was your own fault for bringing up the Jogo nonsense.
Bro, I didn't bring it up. Okay, I might have brought it up. That's
did.
besides the point. Okay, 158, Kogane.
That was all you.
How long do you think this... Do you think this is going to take more or less than 20 minutes?
I got more than 20 minutes to spare. Because like I said, I'm cooking right now.
Yeah,
so
well, I'm basing that
go
off
ahead
of
and do it.
whether or not I should go to the bathroom now or after the stream. For real? Goju got sued? For real? Yeah, no way, man. I'm sorry, but the principal died. Panda senpai. Sorry I didn't tell you earlier, but it's true. I feel like Itadori should have a bigger reaction than this, but okay. It's alright, Itadori. Didn't happen in Shibuya. He died fighting a higher up later on. Well, he didn't... Why would Itadori think the principal was even at Shibuya?
Oh, I mean, why would he not? I mean, everyone was. All the grade 1 sorcerers were at Shibuya.
Oh my gosh, whatever. He's the principal, though. You don't send your leader into battle like that. Like, he needs to be... Like, you don't... He's like the captain of a ship. The captain of a ship doesn't just go overboard.
Well, yeah, he was just guarding the medic was his role, but he was in Shibuya.
The principal was in Shibuya.
Yeah, guarding Shoko, the medic.
I don't remember that. Interesting. I feel like he shouldn't have been there. I feel like they should have had a line of like, sorry, I can't go. I have to stay here and watch over things. Something like that. Like, it's just a line I would expect.
An important thing.
It's also an anime-only thing. Or an anime cliché thing, but whatever. Even so, it's alright, but thanks. Well, if you say so, then there's not much we can say. Yeah. But all the people who ever took care of me... He just ends the sentence there? Okay. I haven't been this bummed since an arrow stuck Yakul in the butt. What a nice life he must lead. Okay, fine. I'll help you handle the Culling. They haven't even said... The whole point of coming here is to ask him about the Culling games. They've led up to that for like 5 chapters now, and they ask him off screen. I'm so mad. I feel like I've wasted my time on these chapters. Don't get the wrong idea. This is more than personal. We're cutting a deal. Understand? Okay, listen, this is hyperbolic, but it's like the Sasuke retrieval arc. Imagine if we see everything in the Sasuke retrieval arc, and then they off-screen Naruto versus Sasuke.
No, it's not the same as that.
It's hyperbolic, but it's the same thing.
No, it's not the same.
Kind
I
of
get what you're
is.
getting at, but it's not the same as that.
Okay. That's funny though.
Because I don't feel like the question, "Hey, would you help us?" is the big thing we were looking forward to.
The series
didn't really care
climactic
about the
thing.
question.
Yeah. It's funny. Okay. Man, I just looked at my stove clock and it said 2:37, and I'm just bummed out now. Like this
I know,
whole
same,
loss
that's
of an
why-
hour, is just killer. Yeah.
That's how I remember it, because I saw it was like 3
Mhm.
o'clock, and then I came up to cook, and I saw it said 2 o'clock, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah. Okay. I'm reading
I
comments.
thought it
really
happened
quick.
in April, not
Yeah,
like
it's
beginning of
just-
March.
Talking back about JJK, man, if Oodie has this much issues with this arc, then wonder how Oodie will react to the war arc in MHA. I'll tell you how. At 4 times speed. That's how I'll react to the war arc in MHA. 3 hours, 17 minutes, speed run. Whatever it is, I doubt it's that difficult. Hun? What would you know, sea urchin head? He was asking me.
I love that nickname.
I'm the head of the Zennin clan. Whatever, I might as well take advantage of it. Hikari wouldn't know that. Hikari doesn't even know the Culling games are happening. Why would he know there's a new head of the Zennin clan?
That's why he's telling him.
He's not telling him.
Yes, he is.
Oh, he is.
He's saying it out loud.
Never mind.
Bro, reading comprehension.
That's not reading comprehension.
See comprehension then. Then yes, it is. Because you're not comprehending
No,
the
I'm not
dialogue.
gonna say that was a comprehension issue.
Yes, it is. You didn't comprehend the dialogue bubble correctly.
Okay, but that's to say I could have comprehended it in the first place. Like, it's not that I uncomprehended it. It's not that I misunderstood. It's just that it never
Yes, it
went
is.
into my head in the
It's
first
literally
place.
What happened. You did misunderstand. You
Okay,
verbatim
then what was my
misunderstood.
understanding of what was my understanding of this line? I'm the head of the Zennin clan. How did I understand
And he
that
said
then?
it in his head. You thought he said it in
No,
his head
I was
because you said he
referencing this
didn't
down
say it.
here. Whatever, I might as well take advantage of that fact. That's what I was referencing.
You said he didn't know. You said, how would Hikari know that, like, he's the head of the Zennin clan? And I said, because he just told him. And you're like, oh. Like, you didn't understand that he told him.
No, because I wasn't even considering what he told him here. I had already forgotten what he had told. Rather, it wasn't that I forgot him. It's that I never bothered to memorize it in the first place.
L. You take the L, bro.
I understand I said it
Reading
out loud,
comprehension.
but I
Keep
looked
going.
at it, I didn't see it. It's like I heard it, but I didn't listen.
Prove it.
How?
Prove it.
How?
That's your burden.
Okay, well, I have the higher interpretation. Believe me.
No, you don't.
Why?
The judge wouldn't agree with you on that.
That's nonsense.
The judge would say it's more
Oh,
likely,
really?
based off what you said out loud, that you didn't comprehend it properly.
That's not true. And you can't just say that like it's true. Like,
Yes,
like
it is.
oh, the judge would agree with me. Because of course he would. What do
They
you
would,
mean?
because you said it out loud.
So?
It's more likely that you misunderstood, based off of what you said.
How does it
out
make it
loud
more
on
likely?
recording.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because you said, I was taking a sip of water. Sorry. Because you said that. You said, how would he know? It's not like he told him. And I'm like, he just did.
Whatever. Hold on. For real, I feel sorry for those two, but this is the biggest shock today. With the backing of the big three families changing, the rules should be easy. So, okay, so he doesn't know that the Zennin clan's dead. The problem comes later. How can I keep the Zennin clan from taking over the Fight Club? I was thinking about it earlier today with the whole Maki killing Zennin clan thing. It was even worse than I realized after thinking about it more. But we won't address that right now. Sea urchin
Okay.
head. The name's Fushiguro. Okay, Fushiguro. Let's be buds. Sure. It's not his characterization up to this point, but, like, we don't know him very well, so I guess that's fine. The next day, the Zennin clan is annihilated. Oh, okay. Okay, well, sure. Now we just have to decide who goes to which clan. You know what? They're making me bring it up, considering this is here. So, how is it just not addressed? Because the Zennin clan, even if technically they're on bad terms with the Kano clan or Jujutsu High or whatever, they're still allies. They're still working together. The Zennin clan are still actively going on missions or earning income, quote unquote, which means they're taking out curses. They're still fighting against the curses. Maki took that away. Maki killed one of the 3 big heads of the people that take out curses. The other 2 heads would be upset. It's like, I forget the name of the 3-headed Hydra or whatever, the dragon thing. If you take out one of the heads of the dragons, the other 2 heads of the dragons aren't just gonna be chilling.
So, 2 things.
Yeah.
Sorry, my mouth full. First off, in this case, yeah, they would be chilling because they're on bad terms. Second,
but here's the thing.
You haven't
It doesn't matter because they're allies. So, like, geopolitical nonsense, they're legally not allowed to just do nothing. So it's 2 different aspects. It's the aspect that she killed the Zennin clan who takes out the curses, and the Zennin clan that's allies with Jujutsu High.
Jujutsu High, one thing. But, like, the Kamo clan and the Gojo clan, I don't know if they care, because they don't like each other anyway.
But were they not allies?
But anyway,
in name, at least.
I don't know if they
like
were
written
allies.
on paper.
It says they were allies. What does it say they were allies?
Or the big 3 head of the clans or whatever. I don't know.
That doesn't mean that they're the 3-headed Hydra.
I think the higher ups would have them be allies. I mean, they're literally doing the same things anyways. It's just coercion at that point.
I don't think that. I don't know if they were allies off the top of my head.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. It's the finale of Naruto. Like, they weren't on good terms, but they were all allies.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Therefore, Maki would be their friend for getting rid of their enemy that they didn't like.
No, the curses are their enemy. So Jujutsu High, the Kamo clan, the Gojo clan, and the Zennin clan, they're all friends. Because of that.
No, they're not.
Okay,
no, they're not. They don't like each other.
The soldiers or whatever, sure, the lower
field,
the higher ups.
High. Stop. Why are you focusing? Why are you focusing on the dumb one? To focus on the Jujutsu High side.
That's the side I'm focusing on. You're the one that brought up the Kojo and the Kamo clan.
No, you said you literally have been arguing that the Kamo clan and the Gojo clan are best buds.
No, I did not mention the Gojo clan. You mentioned the Gojo clan because I didn't consider the Gojo clan. I actually mentioned the Kano clan, which doesn't exist.
Why didn't you consider the Gojo clan, Oodie? Why didn't you consider the Gojo clan?
Because they're not. First of all, it's like big 3, not 4.
Yeah, that's the big 3.
It's the Gojo clan, not Jujutsu High? I thought Jujutsu High was the other 3rd.
Bro.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't
know. What?
What?
The Gojo clan is one of the big 3 clans.
Okay, sure.
Yes. That's why the Gojo mentioned the Zennin clan and the Gojo clan thing.
Whatever. Oh, a whole arc ago? When it's not related to this conversation at all? Okay.
Jujutsu High is not a clan.
It kind of is. Because it's not a school.
No, it's not.
Not a normal school.
Yes, it is.
Nonsense. Like a secret underground government thing.
I didn't say it was a normal school.
You did vicariously.
No, I didn't, bro.
Whatever.
What are you talking about? But I don't know if Hot Boy Cam did, but I'm telling you, it's not normal. Like, they do jujutsu there. But regardless, yes, the Gojo clan is one of the big 3 clans.
Yeah.
So you were indirectly referencing them without knowing it.
Sure, but then you can't factor that in because I didn't know it. So it wasn't my argument.
Okay, well, whether or not best, but well, then you were spreading misinformation. The Gojo clan is not good on best buds with the Zennin clan, okay?
Well, that doesn't change my argument anyways.
Yeah, so anyway, you haven't seen Jujutsu High's response to this, so why are you even assuming anything?
Because you literally said that, by the way, it's never brought up again, basically. Like, no one cares.
Okay, I didn't know if you remember that or not, but anyway, yeah, but the problem I will say, though, is everything's been one after another, after another, after another. For all I know, in chapter 300, they're going to go back home and Maki's going to go to jail. Like, I don't know.
Maybe.
Like Sasuke did.
Sure, I guess. Possible. Because here's the thing, like, for me...
Like, it's not like anyone put Sasuke in jail during the war arc. During the war arc, they were like, yeah, you can come help.
It's not like Maki's friends have any say in the matter. Like, it's the corrupted higher-ups anyways, who are going to be the political people who aren't going to care. They're not going to give her the benefit of the doubt. Oh, she killed these people who were beneficial for us because they helped take out curses. Okay, well, let's punish her. Like, that's as far as it's going to go. They're not going to... Like, they put an execution order on Gojo. They're not going to care.
I mean... Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, but at the same time, who's even going to execute her? Like, she just wiped out the Zennin clan. Who are they going to send after her?
Well, if she's only about Toji's level, they could probably just resurrect Jogo and have Jogo deal with her.
Yeah, Jogo would be dead again.
Well, that doesn't make sense, considering Jogo would just one-shot her, like she did the first time.
Kind of pointless. Honestly, resurrecting Jogo would probably just hinder them, because he's so weak compared to Toji.
Alright, so getting back to the chapter. No, we just have to decide who goes to which colony. Yuta's got Miyagi, right? Why? Do they not know which colony Megumi's sister is going to go to? Could they not just ask her? Like, why would they split up?
Split up colonies. Because, they explained it earlier, I'm pretty sure. But they're going to different colonies. Like,
why?
They're not gonna all go to the same colony.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
Because, well, it wouldn't be wise for point gathering, because once you enter the colony, at the current moment, you can't leave. So, like, if they all go to the same colony, they wouldn't be able to gather many points without having to kill each other. So that would be a bad idea.
It's not like they share the points, though, unless they make that a rule, but they still have to get to 100 points first.
Yeah, and so... But there's also more to the plan that you'll get to once they start, for another reason why, but it's just strategically more wise for them.
I completely disagree. They're spread out across Japan. They cannot go to each other quickly. They're weakening their battle power. But again, maybe there's just something I don't know that's later on. Just seems dumb to split up. Like, I mean, Megumi should have learned this lesson in Shibuya. Like, he shouldn't have split up in Shibuya. And he suffered consequences because of that.
Who?
Megumi. And Itadori, technically. But should have just stuck together.
Well, why do they split up again?
Exactly. Because they made a mistake. Why are you critiquing it, Kamui? It's just a human mistake. It's being realistic.
I didn't critique it. I asked a question.
Why? You should already know.
Made the assumption. Prove it.
The question was inherently a negative question. Why are you questioning what the author is cooking if it's peak?
Why was it inherently negative? Prove it was inherently negative.
Well, why would you ask the question if you didn't already understand, which you would know if it was a completely understood story? Yeah. It wouldn't be left up to your interpretation.
Well, I just don't remember why they left. I didn't say it didn't make sense. I just asked.
But Kamui, if it was so good, then you couldn't forget it. It would be burned into your mind.
That's
Like
not true. You forgot. No, you think the Sasuke True Arc is the best arc in Naruto, and you forgot about the Shikamaru and nighttime thing.
No.
So why did you
Hold
forget
on,
that?
hold
I
on,
thought
hold
the
on.
Sasuke True Arc was so good, best arc in Naruto, huh?
I think
Why'd you
the
forget?
fights of the Sasuke Retrieval arc in the overall narrative is. I don't think the downtime in between the Neji fight and the Kiba fight is the peak of the peak arc.
Oh, so you're saying it's not peak all the way through, huh? So you think it sucked there or something? You're critiquing it, huh? It was bad. You think it's bad writing? Okay. I'll remember that.
What the?
Next time you say it's the best arc in Naruto, I'll remember that.
Hey, this is the thing you said was gonna happen in a chapter 7 chapters ago. The thing popped out of Itadori. You said this before the whole freaking Maki thing. It's crazy. It's like 2 arcs ago is what it feels like. A player has added a new rule to the Culling games. Rule 9. Players shall have access to information on other players, such as name, points, number of rules added, and current colony. You know, I feel like that should have been a rule from the get-go. But technically, in terms of the story, it is, so I guess I'm fine with it.
Yeah, someone else added the rule, but...
Yeah, that's fine. Which means a lot of people have already died. Because I think the max number of points was 5.
Yeah.
For a person. It's like 1 to 5 points.
Yeah.
Yes, and at least 20 people have died. Yeah, there we go. So, this goes against what you were saying. Current colony. So you can change colonies. So you're not just stuck there.
Well, yes and no.
Okay. Do you want to explain, or do you want me to just keep reading?
But you also aren't verbatim stuck there. It's not the... It's... I mean, they're gonna say it eventually, but
Okay.
it's not the game preventing you, but the barriers prevent you.
Okay.
So they are stuck there, kind of.
The normal people can leave the barriers, but I guess the other people can't. People playing the game.
They can only leave. Just keep reading. Keep reading until you're finally caught up.
Yes. Am I gonna know who this person is, or are they just fodder? Not fodder, but like nameless person.
That's just some dead guy, yeah.
I mean, 'cause, again, he's worth
But
5
this
points,
guy-
so he must have been strong.
But
Yeah.
this guy, who do you think he is?
Is this the angel?
No.
Is this KENJAKU? There's no way. This is KENJAKU. Bro,
Other
it's
way around.
KENJAKU. Oh!
No.
There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. I thought it was a
That's
one-way
Kashimo.
problem. I really thought it was a one-way problem.
That's Kashimo.
I guess there was no way to know until we got to this point. But it is a two-way problem.
You're gonna call him Genjaki. No matter how many times I correct you.
You know what, Kamui? At this point, I'm curious if you stop correcting me, if I'm just gonna get to a point to where I don't even realize, and I just straight up forget, and I actually genuinely do think this is KENJAKU and the other one's Kashimo. Now, I will say...
I should let you...
That's fair. But going into this, I did remember Okotsu is Yuta. I almost said Riko, or Rika, but I said Yuta. So I got it right. Did remember that. And hey, it's Kashimo! I got it right.
Name?
Oh, that wasn't even the end of the chapter! Oh my god, I thought it was. That would have been a pretty cool end of the chapter, though, I'm not gonna lie. Probably should have been, but they're all too weak. They were much tougher 400 years ago. Where is Sukuna? You have reached 200 points. Do you want to spend 100 points to add a rule to the Culling games? All right, the rule. So is... I guess it's fine to spoil this. Was Kashimo the one that added a rule, or do we not know, or was it someone else?
Yeah. He added the rule. He's about to add it. Like, you're going to see it in real time now when he adds the rule.
Oh, okay, so this is technically a flashback to a few seconds ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so then he had 200 points. He didn't have 300 points and added a rule, and they're asking again randomly. Reaction. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, no.
Name and points is an indication of strength. As an indication of strength? Name and points. Okay, so their name is an indication of strength as well, apparently. I mean, I guess I can kind of see the points being an indication of strength.
Point as an indication of strength. The name is just so you can recognize who they are, but...
Oh, I mean, there's no comma here. So it's name and points as an indication of strength.
No, it's dot, dot, dot. The dot, dot, dot is a pause, but basically a comma.
Technically, there's 2 dot, dot, dots here.
There's an extra long pause.
And besides, that's not true based on how mangas are, because this is technically in a different speech bubble. It's in this one, whereas this one's in this one.
No, it depends. Yeah, but it depends on the context. In this one, it's name, like, it's name and points as an indication of strength.
Okay. But adding rules decreases points, dot, 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 dot. So also indicate the number of rules added. And what colony they're in. Kogane. Add a rule that discloses that information on all players. It's Hajime Kashimo, player in the Culling games. I'm a Kogane. It's the thing they explained. I thought I forgot the name of it, but I guess remember now. A liaison between players in the game. Why do you sound different all of a sudden? That was an announcement from the Culling games. Can they not see it? I'm confused. What's happening? I'm speaking as the license assigned to player Yuji Itadori. That's right. Tengen said something about that. Okay, so the Kogane has an announcer voice and a normal voice.
Yeah.
That's curious why they would even have it have a normal voice / seemingly personality. Like, it just shouldn't have answered this question if it's just meant to be an announcer to explain the rules and stuff.
You can also ask. You can talk to it, kind of.
That's weird. Whatever. Strange. Why is it already counting Itadori among the players? Aside from the people who received cursed techniques and cursed object from Kenjaku, people only become players upon entering a colony. Oh my god, plot twist. You know, I feel like they're doing this in the wrong order, though. Like, we already knew this, but, like, they should have stated this before this thing revealed, or, like, before they're, like, saying that it's counting Itadori as a player. Like, if, again, it feels like they're doing this in the backwards order of what it should have been. The people who I had ingest cursed objects like Yuji Itadori, the cursed objects that I provided are what's left of sorcerers I painstakingly made vows with a millennium ago. However, I did not only enter into contracts with sorcerers, he was a human who actually existed, but that was over 1,000 years ago. Sukuna. Maybe Sukuna is one of the sorcerers who entered a contract with Kenjaku and became a cursed object. Is participation in the Culling game part of the contract, but it's still strange. You ingest Sukuna's fingers of your own will. I witnessed it. What a wasted panel. I witnessed it. We'll discuss this later. Itadori, have your Kogane show player info right now. Player list. Okay. It's a bunch of no ones. Cool. Weird that the player list isn't sorted by, like, the top points or anything. It's just random. Seemingly random. I don't recognize any of these names, but Shingo might be a name. Yoshimura. It's all... Oh, it's listed by the district as well, I think. I'm guessing. I don't know. Anyways. That one. Kashimo. Points 100, rules 1, current colony token. Okay. It's in the same colony too! So this player previously had 200 points. I wonder why they added an additional rule. So you add rules for all the colonies, right? For the whole game, not just your own, right? Unless you specify in the rule, maybe?
The whole game.
They must have killed at least 40 people in the last day. Well, that's not true. It's at least 20 people. We just did the math.
No. He had 200 points.
Oh, you're right.
Times 5.
You're right. My bad. So I doubt the reasons are nice. But maybe now we can continue the Culling game without killing anyone. Oh, that's interesting. Kogane, show me only players with 100 points or more. Well, I'm assigned to Yuji Itadori, so... Oh, it's all right. Do it for Shigeru says. Searching. That's so weird how it just has a personality and talks to other I don't know. It's so weird. Unless people caught in... Like, it didn't even say outright no. Like, it's almost like it's halfway convinced.
It's a very advanced AI.
Unless people caught on this, like, Tsumiki rushed to get out of the barriers. Each past sorcerer in a new body must have had an incentive for entering a contract with KENJAKU. But I doubt they have much motivation to participate in the Culling game, so if there are other players with plenty of points like Kashimo, oh, I get it. We find somebody with 100 or more points who isn't otherwise interested in adding rules, and press that player to make a rule allowing Tsumiki to get out of the Culling game. And that would work, especially with Kashimo. Yeah, I said that right. Because he racked up 200 points before even considering adding a rule, and that's because of the Kogane told him to. Which is weird, because you'd think it would do that after he accumulated 100 points instead of 200 points. Like, I don't think it just denied him the first time, so... It's like, it wasn't a very meaningful rule anyways. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, he just wants, yeah.
Kashimo and Higuruma Hiromi. I'm guessing that's a person that's...
I would say whatever you reckon.
I don't. I mean, I probably do. In fact, let's just go to the tier list, and I'm going to guess who it is. Where is it again?
I need to help you with that.
We'll do that another night, obviously, not tonight. Where is the, it's in the place. Tier list results. Okay. Oh no, they say the names. Well, I guess I'll just look at this really quick. Yeah, some of these can go up probably. Kirara. Okay, so I know. I know Kirara, Takaba, Kamo. I know now.
I also like how you did like letters instead of numbers, like grade 4, grade 3, grade 2, grade 1.
Oh, that's how it already was. I just didn't change it. But yeah. There's Angel as well. Angel is pretty high up there. I think that might be fair. Maybe higher. We'll see. I don't know what the letters stand for. PPA, GWE.
You've done dating.
Bro, he's weak. Like, I still stand by that. Next to Naobito. And that kind of makes sense next to Naobito. Anyways. There's another one.
It doesn't.
Oh, but he was so fatigued. That's why he lost to the Jogo fight. The problem is Rule 8. So
bro, Naobito's Supreme Grade 1. Yuto's Special Grade. Obviously strong.
Yeah. Well, again, the grades don't mean anything. Like, we can't use that definitively.
Especially for special grades.
Okay, I guess Maki actually is just D tier then. Yeah, you're right.
No, but like the point is they mean something. Oh my god. Not 100%. Yeah, sometimes that it's underrating them, but like the fact that Yuta is special grade means something.
Point exchanges are allowed. Okay. We got our rule allowing players to transfer. Okay, they don't even have to do that. Then if friends... Wait, unless they're saying this is like hypothetically. Like, are point changes currently allowed, or would they have to add that as a rule?
They would have to add the rule. Okay. They could add a rule allowing this.
Yeah. So we talked about this before. How would they die?
Who? People, like, what? How would who die?
After 19 days, if they do nothing.
They lose their curse technique, which kills them.
I don't want to bring up the Maki Mai thing again. We've talked about this.
No, because Maki didn't lose a curse technique.
Because it's never stated, but it is like chakra in that regard, but it's not.
No, the difference though is that
your cursed technique, having your cursed technique removed kills you, but Maki never had a cursed technique. So
You
you
mean
can't
Mai?
kill her like that.
No, Mai
Losing
did.
cursed energy doesn't kill you, but having your cursed technique removed, there's a difference here.
What if you have more than one curse technique?
You can in certain situations, but wait, like give me an example of what you're thinking.
Well, okay, after... No, I don't want to... Regardless of Culling games, just if you have one of your 2+ curse techniques removed, do you die? Or do you need all of them removed?
Well, use an example of someone with 2 curse techniques.
I don't know. You said it's possible.
Well, because it depends. They say it depends on the certain context. Yes, but for example, Yuta copied Inumaki's curse speech, but that's not Yuta's curse technique.
Obviously.
His curse technique is copying the curse technique.
Yeah, he's using the curse technique. Yeah, exactly.
Correct. So that's what I'm saying. Like you can, but it's not Yuta's curse technique. He has the one curse technique. So like that's what I was trying to think of what you're even thinking of. Like Gojo's curse technique is just limitless, but with that he can do a curse technique reversal to get red, forward rotation or lapse to get blue, and the neutral is just a regular one.
Okay, well you said it's possible. So who were you thinking of?
Well, I'm not going to say the other person, but Yuta's a good example.
Sure. Well, I feel like that's not because he only has one curse technique, right?
Yes. So, but in the other example I'm thinking of, it's not really that person having more than one curse technique. It's more them using another curse technique, kind of like Yuta.
Dude, I still don't know what Mai did.
A curse technique, like I said, they can have different attributes. So, for example, Sukuna's, well, we don't even know Sukuna's real curse technique. But for example, cleave versus dismantle. It's still the same / curse technique. It's just like a different, you could say, attribute to it. It's like a different application, but it's like the same general technique.
Again, I consider curses different anyways. So like if a curse loses their curse technique, I'm not going to say that applies to whatever a human would happen.
I don't know if it applies to a curse. I mean, but I don't know what happens with curses. Theirs, but because for the humans, they were talking about their brain. I don't know for a curse what would happen, but
I don't think curses have brains.
I don't know.
Not in the same way, anyways. Yeah.
But for example, like, yeah. But yeah, you have like one curse technique, but you can do different moves. It's weird, but that's how they like do it in JJK. So like for example, Jogo's curse technique, I don't know what it's called, but it's basically just fire. But he can do different things with that curse technique.
Yeah, of course. So let's just go over it again. So what did Mai do to Maki? And you didn't tell me, unless it comes up later. What was the thing that Mai handed Maki? Because you said that would be a spoiler to tell me at that time.
Oh. Well, no. Yes. Well, it was the weapon. Like she handed her the weapon.
Oh, okay. Sure.
As she constructed.
Yeah. Okay, so Mai handed Maki the weapon, giving her something in the innate domain, which, giving her it, took away her curse energy, killing Mai, and significantly improving Maki. Did I get that all right?
Kind of. Like, that's why I say it's weird. So, like, it's weird to me because, like, yeah, like, unless Maki, I don't get it. So this is what's weird to me because Maki already got some cursed energy. Like she had cursed energy at birth, and they have their twin nonsense. But like Mai dying shouldn't get rid of the cursed energy Maki has. But I don't, unless it was like Mai used the cursed energy Maki had to make the constructed weapon. But if that's the case, then hypothetically, could like might just like do that to someone else, like just use their cursed energy. Like, can somebody just run out of cursed energy and they just become heavily restricted? Like, wait, what? That doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. So,
no idea. Not a clue.
It's weird.
If possible, we could add another rule allowing players to spend points to get out of the game. Doesn't that conflict with the rule about a long-lasting effect on the game? I think so too, but maybe it'd work on the condition that the player drags a substitute non-player into the game. But that'd be the Kogane's call, right? Anyway, we have a plan of action. Yeah, so as we look for the angel to break the prison realm seal, we'll target Hajime Kashimo. And Hiromi Higuruma. Okay, there we go. Again, art of him. And hunt them down is crazy. I feel like you did not need to include that at all. It's not what they're trying to do, but okay. Not yet, anyways. Kashimo seems like a bad guy. Don't know about Hiromi yet, though. What I will say, in reference to these two, I can understand the thought process logic behind what's inevitably going to be Kashimo doesn't want to make that rule because she wants to play the game because she likes murdering people. The rule isn't to leave the game, it's to be able to leave the game. If you kill, like you were saying earlier, if you kill everyone in the game and you can't leave, you're just going to die in 19 days. I'm assuming these characters would prefer to not die, if anything, to continue the game going. So that inevitable thought process that they're inevitably going to give us doesn't make sense. They should make the rule as soon as they can so that they don't die at the end of it. Yes? Maybe? No? Spoilers?
I think I need to double check, but I think you only died if you didn't go back to, you have to go back to the rules. I know you had 19 days to declare. No, well, was it just the score of points in general, or just you have 19 days like in between every time you score points, or is it just the score of point in general?
No, it's in between times you score points. We can go back to the rules.
Then yeah, once the game's over, yeah. So they would want to be able to just keep that going. Like they would actually, yeah, I agree with you then.
Yeah. Here it is. If a player's score remains the same. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, they don't.
I wonder
want
why
that to
he
happen.
chose 19 days instead of 20 days.
I mean, why would they choose
Why
20
19?
days anyways?
Why not 13 to make it like evil?
That would
Friday
be good,
the 13th
yeah.
or something like
I would like that. 13 works.
Yeah, like
I think-
why 19?
I think 7 days just for a
13
flat
also
week.
works for the Ymir curse.
Sure. No, I think a flat week would work as well, and it would also like raise the stakes because you only got a week to do this. But yeah.
Yeah. I wonder why they chose 19.
No, I think 13 works just as well. Anyways, that's our 3-hour, 55-minute speedrun in 36 seconds. To cover how many chapters? It was actually a good minute because like
I still think
we blitzed through like 4 chapters there. So.
Yeah, we just started off really bad.
And ended kind of medium, but kind of bad. I mean, good for our standards, bad for everyone else's standards. Good art.
Yeah, like it would have been nice if we could have actually like caught up for real, but
well, now what am I gonna do with that? I guess we aren't streaming tomorrow. What are we gonna do with that extra title? Is it just gonna be the title for next time? I mean, we did catch up, so the title doesn't even make sense anymore. I mean, I could just use it anyways, but
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I don't really know what goal to aim for after this. You can do a Yuji fight and a Megami fight, I guess, but even that's unrealistic. I don't know if you get through both of them. What chapter is this?
158. And we're through it, so next chapter would be 159.
I don't even know if you would get through. I don't feel like you would actually get. I mean, I guess you might be able to blitz through a few. You might be able to get through both Yuji and Megami's fight, but that's where you would leave off by the 6th stream.
I will say, if there's another like 5-chapter segment of like the star constellation fight convincing Hikari that no one would want to watch anyways, I could just read that on my own. Like I could just react to the highlights on stream realistically.
Yeah, let me just look at this real quick.
Yeah.
And just see what we're like looking at, because I already know you're not gonna care about Helicopter Dude.
Like
I hate explain who that is.
I hate to say
you're
it.
Not gonna care about Helicopter.
But I feel like you could have just very briefly summarized those like 5 chapters, and I could have just skipped them entirely. I feel like we did not get a lot from that. But yeah.
Oh well.
Okay.
Okay, so I would do 159 and 160. Okay, 161. This might be the one that I'm kind of just like, you do need that explanation. I guess I can just tell you, but
sure.
I guess this. I guess I can just help you skim through that 161. I'll just help you skim through. I don't think you need to pay attention to helicopter fight.
Okay. But we are done for tonight, though, right?
And that's yeah. Unless you want to just quickly do some tier lists moving. But
nah, we'll just do that on our own. And we'll do that another night.
Okay.
Plus assuming we do one tomorrow, I don't know if we will or not. If we do, then I would just have more information anyways.
This video every single day of the week, and then I've been streaming instead.
It was for me to catch up. You wanted me to get to this point specifically.
On the first day.
Okay, but as if I didn't know Kashima was strong anyways. Like, obviously I would have known that.
Yeah, I wanted you to, I thought that was a good leave-off point for the first stream.
Okay, to be fair, I think it's an unreasonable amount of chapters for anyone to read anyways, even if they aren't us. Like, that was just a lot of chapters. That's a lot to read.
Unreasonable for anyone to read, just in general.
That was a lot of chapters all at once. 20 chapters? Like, come on.
Hey, you agreed with the goal, man.
Well, to be fair, I didn't know how long these chapters are either, or how much text there is. Like, again, it's JJK, the series known for just fights, pretty much. So, yeah.
No, that's a little bit of cap. It's not just fights.
Just let me degrade the series. You don't let me get away with anything. Sheesh.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you get away with your nonsense.
Oh my god. Well, that's the stream. Thanks for watching, and over and out.